got some hip hop. You know, a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I got Kay in here with me, but she's not with us yet. She'll be in the situation in a second once she gets situated. Also got a special guest, I believe, popping by later. You know, bear with me. I'm trying to return this message real quick. All right, I handled that. That's cool. Bet. So, yeah. It's a good Saturday. Happy effing Saturday. I am.
This is Sippin' with Sammy.
You know what I mean? Make sure the sound is right. Everything good online. We situated. Okay, I heard me in the background. I guess that's working. Gotta check one more, two more apps and make sure we good. Yep. I'm laughing at myself on the playback. Checking all the sounds and stuff. Make sure we good. That's all. We got Kay with us?
We got Kay.
What's up, Kay?
How you doing?
I'm good. How you feeling this evening?
I'm fine. I'm here.
Yeah, that don't sound very exciting, but we're going to get you a little more excited. We're going to talk about some stuff that excites you.
Okay.
How about that?
How about that?
How about it, man? So, how's your week go?
It's been busy. It's a very busy time of year for me.
Okay. Professional problems?
Yep.
I can dig it. How long does this season last for you?
Well, this year is a little bit different. Our mayor decided to propose new taxes.
So it's going to be more drawn than usual no matter what.
Well, if the legislation that she proposed passed, it'll be part of my job to implement it. So it'll be a lot of work, but a lot of great learning experience as well. So I'm excited about it.
You know what I'm saying? She sounded like she's something like somebody important. That's all I'm saying. Salute to you.
Something like that.
Salute to you. But yeah, it's been it's a lot going on in sports right now. A whole lot going on in sports right now. There's actually a lot going on in women's sports still, which is unusual for this time of year. But we got a lot of variables, right? We got a CBA that's trying to get finagled and figured out.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Unrivaled League just ended, and we're still getting reports about the outcome of their season.
Mm-hmm.
We have FIBA basketball going on right now, which has 5-on-5 and 3-on-3 women's basketball going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of lit on your side of things, man.
Not to mention NCAA tournament.
Oh yeah, and it's
tomorrow.
March. It's March.
Yeah.
So just regular March basketball, which my favorite time of year. You know that.
Yep.
Ooh, I get excited when this tournament start. But and my reason for being so excited about the tournament is simple. It's basketball all day, everywhere you turn, every channel you turn to, and it's the best of the best. And you get to see upsets and highlights and thrills, and everybody seems to show off in the NCAA tournament. So I'm always excited about March. But let's start with the women. Where you want to start on the women's side of things?
Well, let's start with Unrivaled.
Okay, K-Cam.
K-Cam.
Oh, you're not camming up today?
I wasn't camming up today.
All right, be the voice in the sky then.
I could be the voice in the sky. So, Unrivaled had a great season.
Absolutely.
A fantastic season. And while their broadcast viewership levels might not have been as high this year, that's one thing. I understand. I will admit. I think that you can also say that they focused an expansion a lot this year, and they expanded in a bunch of other ways as a league. I think the tour stops were by far a resounding success.
Absolutely.
Both Philly and Brooklyn showed out, big crowds, tons of merch was sold, ton of revenue for the league was generated on those 2 weekends alone.
And a lot of eyeballs, because you can't ignore that kind of crowd.
They doubled their sponsorship revenue from year one.
Well, they got like 8 new sponsors,
Yep.
so that's live.
The one-on-one tournament was a success again. And I really think that the biggest challenge that Unrivaled had this season was it was competing directly more with NFL and NBA than it had before.
Because of the timing of the season?
Because not just the timing of the season, because that didn't so much change, but the timing of the games. They played all of their games Friday through Monday, and those are the same nights that football and NBA are on. So it was just a lot of competition for viewer eyeballs, but I think that their YouTube numbers and their social media interaction and all of that stuff shows that people are still paying attention, even if they didn't necessarily watch the games live on TV.
Overall, what did you think about the gameplay this season? Did you think it elevated at all? Did you think
I absolutely think it elevated.
Players, we got NIL situation. It was a lot of different variables than the first season.
I think that overall, the redrawing of the teams made the teams a lot more even this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of talk about that because people didn't like a couple of the swaps.
Yeah, and I understand that. But in a league like this where there is no ownership of the teams, I also understand why you play it this way.
And it's an in-house league, even though it's professional basketball.
And it's also about player development. Like, you don't want to stack the teams any which way. You want to make sure that each of these players gets the opportunities and looks that they're in this league to get.
Which is hilarious when you look at some of these rosters.
Very true.
Some of these teams can't help but to be stacked.
Well, and that's the other thing. Like, you have so many stars in this league that no matter what, it's going to be exciting. I think that a lot of the stars also adapted better to the 3-on-3 format this year. They were ready for it. They understood the conditioning that it takes to play that way. So you saw a lot of really quick, a lot of awesome transition basketball.
No, I had a blast watching this season. I was happy to see a healthy Stewie.
Yes.
A healthy Stewie was very exciting.
Go Mist.
I feel like all of my favorites play in Unrivaled. So, we got Bad Hips, Shakira Austin.
I hate that you call her Bad Hips.
Why? Point guard. Enrique. Who else? Nafisa down. But Kai. Yeah, that's what I was about to say next. Ryan. Like, I feel like all of my favorite
KP.
women. Yeah, the Demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like, it's just like every night I was excited when they was playing because I knew I was about to see one of them, or 3 of them, or 5 of them. What's the comments saying?
Noah said, "Hey, Sammy."
Yo, Noah, what's up, man? You always popping out. Appreciate you, pimpin'.
And CCAC said, "I can't breathe."
Oh, man. Please get it together. I hope you figure that out.
Yeah.
I hope you figure that out. It's crazy. Ran that campaign a few years ago. I got shirts that say that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think Unrivaled was a success. I think, like you said, the only downslope was in some of the viewership numbers, but all of the numbers that I'm seeing on the socials is saying everything else is up.
I also think that's because, like, a lot of their games this year were on True TV instead of TNT. They had more TNT games last year, and True TV not everybody has.
Absolutely. What was the question?
He's asking, what do you think of the ongoing war with Iran?
Oh, man. I think it's too early in the show to get into that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not a professional, but I don't mind speaking on it. But just give us some time. Let us get through sports, have some fun first, because it's deep. And just as a one statement, I don't like it. But I'm sure you want to hear more than that. So give us some time.
All right. So now that we talked Unrivaled and we talked about all the success that they had, it's a natural transition into the WNBA CBA negotiations.
Yeah, man. It's getting hotter.
Yeah, as we speak, they are in emergency deliberations. They are meeting 13 plus hours a day, 4 days in a row now. Yeah, it's pretty insane. So, latest reports say that they're starting to chip away and get closer to a deal. The WNBA has set a new target deadline of Monday to have a deal verbally agreed to. Again, if you think about this, everything that needs to happen between now and the scheduled start of the season, which is April 11th, is insane. They have to do an expansion draft, have a full free agency season with the most free agents they've ever had before. On top of that, they still have to do their college draft and then get everybody to report and have the start of the season. Like, it is going to be insane to fit all of this in between now and then. So
it would amend the season, though. They probably have a shortened season.
You think the WNBA is going to let them have a shortened season?
I mean, we've seen
the same league that's trying to add more and more games each year.
Yeah, but we've seen it in the NBA at the same kind of transition points.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Remember, I lived through the lockout. Them NBA players was playing at my playground outdoors 4 days a week. All of a sudden, it's like, yo, they all out here. Whew, those was the days. But I don't know. I hope they get it together. But it sounds like a huge list, and it's like I'm trying to gauge between no season and a sloppy start to a season. And I feel like the only way, if they don't figure it out in the 4 days, which is, I don't know how likely that is, then it seems like it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I don't know what it seems like we're getting closer means when fundamentally we're so far apart on the core issue, which is revenue sharing.
It's word salad. It's too many words. It seems like we're getting closer. We're getting closer is fine. It seems like means that there's uncertainty there. Or means that we getting closer, but it ain't as close as y'all want us to be.
Yep.
Like, it's too many words, you know? So I don't know. I don't have much faith in it right now. I have faith in the intention of the players.
Absolutely.
I don't think that they're trying to gain too much, do too much. I don't think they're being unreasonable, however you want to say it. But I think that they were so far apart on certain things like revenue share. And then I heard Stewie say, you know what I'm about to say?
No.
She said that a lot of there are a lot of WNBA teams that still remain not profitable. But she said, you know, that's part of business, and a lot of the teams in the league understand that they're going to take a loss in year 1, 2, and 3 to get profit in 5, 6, or 7. And she said the Liberty kind of did it that way, where they did so much to provide entertainment that they knew they was going to be short, but now they're thriving off of it.
Let me be clear, though. Almost every single team in the WNBA currently has a facility expansion either planned, in process, or just completed.
Which is a part of projection, which tells you the direction of the league.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm with you.
Even if they're not turning a profit this year, they're still in the position where they're making strategic investments because they recognize that this still will turn a profit in the future.
And I think they're profiting in ways that's not being spoken of. Yep. And my number one rule when it comes to negotiations is you don't give billionaires discounts. Yep. So I ain't, you know where I stand, but that was the only thing because, and it ain't so much the situation, it's that she kind of had to say it. At this point in this juncture right now, what they discussing, it's like, you kind of didn't want to say that in the middle of this with this audience that is not necessarily the WNBA or the women's basketball audience as far as the Pivot podcast that she was on. It's a lot of the people that think they don't deserve an increase that's in that audience. You know? Yep. So I was a little disappointed to hear that, but hopefully they figure it out. When we supposed to get a team?
2030.
How does this affect that?
Doesn't.
Not at all?
No, I mean, it puts our future players in a better position. But, I mean, if you think about it, like, our team was going to be in a good place regardless because there's a huge women's sports fandom here in Philadelphia. Tri-State that's going to rock attendance numbers once they get there. And on top of that, the ownership is the same ownership as the Sixers, so it's not like they're hurting for investment money to throw into the team. So I don't think that especially all of these new expansion teams, they're all coming into this with a lot of money, a lot of backing. They're going to be fine with wherever these player deals end up. The real question are the teams like Connecticut and these other smaller franchises that don't necessarily have the backing. But then again, Connecticut's been trying to sell all year long, and the league isn't letting them.
I'm about to say, I feel like Connecticut don't need a team.
So there's a lot of different players and behind the scenes conversations that are probably happening right now, and it'll be really interesting to see where all of this shakes out. Again, like I said before, free agency is also going to be ridiculous once we get there. Almost everybody in the league that you care about is up for free agency. And of course, some people are still locks. Like, it's not like the Aces are going to let Asia go.
Right.
Whatever the max is, Asia's going to get it.
What? See, that's what's crazy. Because they saying her and Ben want to play in the same city. So who's moving?
Well,
No, I think it's just a rumor. I think the way their seasons are set up, we see them support each other all
Right, it
throughout
don't matter.
each season. It don't matter where they at. They got money to fly, all of that, and both places is destinations.
right. All that means is Asia needs to join Unrivaled,
Yeah,
and they'll both be in Miami.
and she'll get that bag of new. Bag of new.
Although, if this CBA deal ends up the way that it should, it'll tip the scales again, and women will no longer be getting more in Unrivaled than they are in the WNBA.
Yeah, but I think the Unrivaled League, and because it's early and because probably strategically, they only need but so many players that need something to do in the off season, right?
Right.
And even if that turns into not having the top 10 players from the W, you still get great talent. Like, I'm saying the top 10 because maybe they're the highest paid, and they don't need the extra money. But you still going to get a good crop, I think.
Yeah.
There's too much talent in the W. And in college right now. It's ridiculous right now in college.
Oh, yeah, we have a couple of good years ahead of us.
Yeah, it's going down soon. It's going to shift. You're going to see, like, how Caitlyn and Angel had a splash. You're going to see people with lesser names come into the W and have splashes, like, and probably more productive than they first couple years. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be real.
We're also going to see some college names fizzle in the same way that we have.
Yeah, we was talking about a couple people earlier.
Yep.
It'll be interesting, though. I think it's going to be fun. I'm having a great time. Every time I'm at work and I need something to do, it's a game on at nighttime. I'm good. So I ain't complaining to nobody. I just want the W to run this year, man. I want to go to another W game. That Liberty game was lit. Gotta get with the LL, take it to another game.
I still want to go to all the arenas.
Yeah, that'll be fly. So let's move on to your Sixers real quick, man.
All right.
What's been going on with y'all, man? It's been the rockiest of the roads, and it's been a while since we've got an update from you on how you feel about what's going on, your coach, how he's playing his players, the caliber of players. Y'all got a couple new players. Y'all are once again in a position where y'all got 6 players that do the same thing, and 2 7-footers that's sitting down.
We're hurt.
And Maxey is out with a pinky.
We're hurt.
Which sounds crazy, but I get it.
Yeah. Maxey's out for at least
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Paul George is still suspended. Joel Embiid looks like he's starting to work out and might be coming back soon.
I think they said he's going to start running 5s like tomorrow. I mean, Monday or something like that.
Yeah. Oubre's been in and out. He's been managing injuries, playing when he can. VJ had a back contusion, but now he's back. He showed out today in his game. Grimes is still playing, but Grimes is not always consistent.
It's hard to beat Grimes on that team, I think.
It is.
I think him and McCain have the same problem. You're not the same player you would be somewhere else if you wasn't behind Maxey and VJ.
Yeah. Campaign is the streakiest player I've ever met. Love him to death. He has great energy all the time, and he still facilitates. He plays defense. He hustles. Like, I'm not saying that he's not worth playing.
I mean,
but
hit 9 threes for you the other night.
Exactly. Some nights he can't miss. Other nights he can't hit the broadside of a barn. So
Yeah, he shot a 3 today that was so far off.
And
it looked like he was trying to shoot off the backboard the way it was.
I think he had like 3 air balls today. So that's what we're dealing with right now, you know? And we still have, Walker's out now too. Drummond is out. Bona is in and out. We're literally only able to play the players that are available again. We're in the same situation that we were in last year around this time. The only saving grace is that most of the injuries are a little bit less serious than they were last year.
What do you think about the new additions? Because a couple of them boys is ballers. They hoopers.
I think it's going to be interesting. So all the new additions are folks that are like, have been bounced around the league since they got in, are hanging on and trying to show out no matter what. And they're getting their opportunity here. So every night is kind of a little bit of an audition. And some of them are a little bit impressive. But I'm also not buying into any of them too much because, again, those are the type of players that bounce around the league. You never know if they're going to stay with us long.
And they give you the same thing that everybody else gives you on your bench.
Yep. As soon as we're healthy again, we don't need them. So.
But what's his name? Terrell? What's his name?
Terry.
I like Terry's motor. I like his name Edwards.
Oh yeah, Justin Edwards been with us.
Edwards be balling. Yo.
Yeah, I like that Justin Edwards is finally getting enough time because he's tough and he's young. He's very young.
And my bad because I'm not a Sixers fan, but I didn't know he been there. But he been balling lately.
Oh yeah. Justin Edwards was on the team last year too.
All right. Yeah, I mean, y'all in the play-in now, right?
That's what it's looking like.
Y'all went from 6 to, dang.
Yep. I mean, the East is so tight right around us that
it's only 4 games between like the 1st and the 8th spot.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep. So, I'll be honest. I mean, if our stars can come back in enough time to look good and healthy when we get to the playoffs, cool. If not, let's just not bring them back. Let's just call the season. I'm there.
So is this part of the process? Or is the process over? Or is this new process? How does the process work at this point?
I was never one that bought into the process.
And B said they stopped introducing him as the process, so I was just wondering.
I think this is just what it is to be a Sixer. You know, things get hopeful for a second, you buy in, and then your heart breaks.
I heard you going to a game.
Yeah.
What game you going to?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
You going to a Sixers game?
Yep.
And you're not excited?
I mean, it's cool. Everybody will be there.
Everybody will be there.
Gang's all there. They ain't playing, but they're there.
Yo, that's so funny. So funny. All right, so where you want to go next? This Tatum, this 83, this SGA. I guess Tatum came first, right?
Yeah.
Let's do the Tatum return. They on right now, actually.
All right, so
did he play tonight?
Jason Tatum tore his Achilles last year, and it's already back.
In 10 months.
In 10 months. This is unheard of, folks. Unheard of. And now, it's very impressive. I give him that. I'm just not sure that it was the best decision. How do you feel?
I was excited to see Tatum come back. Like, really excited. I made sure that I saw the tip-off of the Celtics game, which, like, is never a priority. I'll catch up.
The Celtics.
Yeah, like, most Celtics games, I just catch up, when, second quarter, third quarter, whatever. But I watched it, and as soon as I saw Tatum with that long white sleeve on his leg, it kind of messed up the experience for me. In the way that what I'm saying is, like, it identified what the bad Achilles was, and I kept noticing that leg was never moving. and it was highlighted by white. So the whole game, I'm watching him drag the leg. I watched him miss a oop because he was worried about landing. You could see it in his face. Then you see the dunk that he did catch. He took forever and looked down and waited to land. And then when you watch the behind the scenes of him training, he does that too. The dunk went viral because he dunked it. But if you watch the whole clip, he waits and looks and makes sure he comes down on one leg. And that's another thing, right? Anytime you're in rehab, they tell you do the same thing on the right that you do on the left for a reason. Because you strengthening one can weaken the other or make the other overwork. So always just landing on your opposite foot and never landing on two is not good for your other leg either.
Yep.
That could be ankle, Achilles, knee, hamstring, anything. Just because you overexhausting that one part and it's not balanced. And you're already running different. Your gait is already different until you get all the way back 100% with a lower extremity injury. Trust me, I know. I've had a few of them. So I was excited to see him, but then I got worried because I'm like, I want to see him in the playoffs. And I don't want him to set himself back in a way that negates that, or to where when he is in the playoffs, he's not the guy. A lot of people think that I'm crazy because I posted it on Facebook, because they like, well, first game back, he looked good. He had 16 and this, and what else do you want from a man that just came back? And then the next game, I think he had like 22 or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, but he wasn't moving that leg. Jason Tatum can score in his sleep. I think people underestimate how talented he is as a scorer. He's so talented at it that he's doing it with one leg and a healing Achilles. But the boy he could put the ball in the bucket. Like, that's not a thing to me. It's just, I'm watching you on defense be a matador. That's dangerous because you just standing in the way, and sometimes that's in the lane. I'm watching you on other things when there's screen set or you're setting the screen where you look stagnated. You don't look like you rolling off or bouncing off of that thing. It looks like you 1, 2, okay. You know?
Yep.
So that's how I felt watching him. I would like to know if you seen any of this, because you watched a couple games of him. And he didn't play last night or the last game. They said it was best for him to sit out, which is expected.
That's good.
But I don't even know if he's playing right now. I need to check. But yeah, what did you say?
I saw exactly what you saw. I thought that he was nursing it. I thought that he did not look like he was totally comfortable moving around. I thought that you could definitely see him jumping and landing off of one leg and just not being explosive with it. And
he's playing tonight. He got 18.
Even if that's mental and physically he's there, that still tells me that he's not quite ready yet. And I understand you want him to get reps, but there's a difference between being in like the practice rep realm and being in the game rep realm. And I don't think he's at the game rep level yet from what I saw in the game that he came back. Now, I'm not in the habit of watching Celtics games. I hate the Celtics. So I only watched the first game that he came back. I don't know how he's been looking since, but that was my initial take.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? We all know game speed is different. We all know intention in game is different when you're talking about your opponent.
The movements in game is different.
It's going to run through you.
Yep.
Instead of avoid you. So I think they tested it. You got to get them out there to see. But once I saw what I saw, I might have flew him back home and just like, let's get you more comfortable with your ailment or your stability or your balance or whatever you think is missing. Let's get you more comfortable with that and come back in maybe 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I just think that is one of those type of things. And I made the joke on Facebook that they should put him in a G League. But how else? What else? What is the medium between practice and game speed? NBA game speed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be the G League. I feel like people think it's disrespectful. But if we just talking about purely trying to get this man back in rhythm, I don't think it's a horrible idea.
And I understand the argument of, well, but he's getting 18 points, so why would we not play him? But that's your star. Like, you don't gamble with your star,
They got
especially when it comes to your
invested in this
Achilles.
man.
Yeah, like, I don't know. You don't play around with that.
Yeah. And like I say, it's always good to see Tatum out there. We know how much he loves ball. Like
Right.
he's not one of those stars that's like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like he loves the game. He loves the he I don't want to say loves, but he engulfs himself in every part of it. He was around the team the whole time he was injured. He didn't have to do that. And a lot of the times you can get away not going just by saying my leg gonna swell up when I get on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple not to go. So he probably went through more complications trying to keep up. And I'm sure they kept him as comfortable as possible, but we're talking about altitudes cause swelling.
Mm-hmm.
Swelling causes pain and stiffness. Stiffness means that, it takes more time for you to get back to where you was at so that you could work it out. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So salute to him. I wish him the best of luck, even though I damn near hate the Celtics. But you never want to see a great athlete go through all of this and not be successful, because he putting the work in.
Right.
And I feel like, and you said 18, and I'm like, he probably be averaging like 30 this season, even though JB going crazy. I just think that they have the kind of team, and we've seen JB without him enough times, and we've seen JB get the MVP, that they just would have a different look team this year than they had last year if he was playing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people realize that the dynamic would have shifted a little bit, but it might have just been more of them dominating and Peyton Pritchard, and that might have just been it. Everybody was get 8. I'm sorry, but yeah, good luck to him. Let's go to the Bam Adebayo.
Hey.
Shout out to my guy, man, Big Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, Bam.
A lot of people don't know because I've never been a Miami fan, but I've been a Bam fan since he was a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
He came in at a time when big men like him weren't really around, and he actually has gotten more versatile since he's been in the league. He's worked on his game a lot since he's been in the league, but I liked what he had from the gate. I felt like he was what Dwight Howard was supposed to be as far as build and athletic ability. I felt like Bam was the next one of those. Like, not that he was going to be a superstar, but like, man, you need a solid big. That's one right there. He young,
Mm-hmm.
That's how I looked at him. So I was super proud that he hit this milestone, broke, and it hurt. It's bittersweet. I am a Kobe fan. He broke the Kobe Bean record of 81 points in the game, and he scored 83, and I'll hit this again for him.
Absolutely.
Now, what's bittersweet also about this is I was watching a different game. And then the game I was watching switched over to show Bam at like 60-something points. And I'm like, oh, boy, cooking. So, you sitting there, you start scrolling, looking through stuff. I'm like, this month had 31 in the first quarter? Oh, my goodness. And then you see, like, in the fourth quarter, it got a little ridiculous. Both teams started playing strange, fluff the points games. But it was what it was at that point. When I get to 72, we getting to 80.
Right.
But I seen a lot of people with a lot of backlash about it. They trying to treat it like the bubble championship. They want to say it's not the same. It really don't count. It happened in a weird way, and I don't think it's fair. And I think that if you really look at the numbers, the only numbers that look crazy is his 3-point. He was 8 for 22 or 6 for 22 or something like that from threes. And it's like, we know Bam never chucking up 22 threes.
Right.
But besides that, the man made 80-something% of his foul shots, if not 90. He was 36 for 42 from the foul line.
Mm-hmm.
He shot 43 times from the. What he shot 20? What was it? 26 for 43 from the field or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even know if I could shoot 90 shots in a game, yo.
That's a lot of shots.
It's a lot and make a large percentage of them besides the threes that I wasn't supposed to make anyway.
Right.
And the threes he hit looked fantastic.
Yep.
It was just the other ones that was like, all right, babe, come on. Go get that money in the paint. But like I thought it was a I think for 3 quarters it was a phenomenal performance.
I agree.
I think that as far as Bam as a person, it couldn't have happened to a better person. Bam is a great teammate. He's a humble athlete. All he does is work out and support his girlfriend. You don't never hear nothing bad about Bam. You never heard about another woman around Bam before Asia, and I'm sure he's had them.
I love that Asia has the most points currently
In the W,
and he has the most currently.
you would love that.
That's cute.
You would love that. And I think that it's a testament to his commitment to being in shape and to being his best physical self. We're late in the season, and that boy played that whole game, and half of it with 3 people draping him, trying to stop him from scoring, and he just kept getting up buckets. Like that's not like I think like just as an athletic feat, beyond the points that go into it, just like thinking about what goes into that physically, there's no way you could tell me that anybody that got there with those kind of numbers didn't deserve 83 points.
Right.
That's weird. Why y'all so mad? I love Kobe too. We ain't doing that though. Not the Bam. But one of the realest things I can say is, and K knows this about me, I pick talent early in their career, and then 4 or 5 years later, something happens and they get the light on them. But Bam was one of mine from day one that I always respected how he played the game, and the fact that he's added so much to his game is how we got here. So salute, man. What did you think?
No, I agree.
You agree?
Yep.
All right, cool. SGA record. My guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, has just broken Wilt's record of most consecutive 20-point games in the NBA. This record is crazy because everybody in the league knows that Shai is the guy, and they try to stop him every night. And they draw up a game plan every night. And for a span of 2 seasons, this record goes across. What's happened between the beginning of this record and where we are right now has been phenomenal. The boy clean sweeped every award last year. Just because of this, because of being Mr. Consistency. And what's funny about it is he says that's how he lives his life. He does everything the same way all the time. Like, he's just about consistency. But it's like, I don't know how somebody that came in the league the way he came in the league is dominating the league like this so early in his career. And I mean, he got a handful of years in, but I mean, like, there's nothing nobody can do with SGA. Not one night can y'all give him 19 points. Not one. That is phenomenal, yo. That is a hell of an accomplishment. The funny thing is, when you talk about this, they bring up Wilt record, right?
Right.
And Wilt had the record, and then the next game, he got thrown out of the game in 4 minutes. And then after that, he scored 20-plus points per game for 70 more straight games. So Wilt's record might have been 200 straight 20-point-plus games if he didn't get tossed out for whatever reason. And if you know the league back then, it might have been some nonsense they tossed him for. Just so he won't get it. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. That's crazy. But shout out to Shai. That's not a small thing. That's a record that's been around for more than 20 years. That record been around for a long time. There's a lot of people that could have done that we love and that we talk about all the time. Get that little Canadian boy his flowers, man. He did his thing. He definitely did his thing. Did you realize that Shai had broke the record? Did you know? You ain't know about this one?
I mean, no.
Not
at all.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And like I said about Bam, I was early on Shai too, and he's been he's been better than advertised for me. I thought he was going to be tough. I didn't know he was going to be this crazy. He is getting ridiculous at this point. BT transition. Is that where we going?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, so they bought. Oh, you idiot! They bought Tyler Perry's percentage of BET.
Do you need paper towels?
Please, I just made a whole mess, and I'm trying to think straight, but I just pissed myself off real quick. No, but they bought Tyler Perry's percentage of BET. It's a big deal. They're talking about folding the BET app. My dog is currently licking up the beer off the floor, so I don't have to where to put my leg right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. Should play some music or something. Play the dunce music. I almost poured my beer in my yak.
Oh my gosh.
I'd have drunk it. I'd have drunk it. Yeah, my bad, y'all. You know what's crazy? We've had way worse happen on this show.
Oh my god, way worse.
I don't know if y'all saw that episode, but it went kind of viral. Went a little viral.
Way worse.
It kept popping up. But we was sitting here and this whole table went down, boy. In the middle of a great stream, we had to end that pup.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, I'm so stupid. I wasn't sure we was ending or not. I'm like, so we But let me get the here we go. BET is officially ending as Paramount absorbs the platform and buys out Tyler Perry. Paramount is controlled by the Ellison family, who are major financial backers of Israel, with Larry Ellison having donated over $26 million to the Israel Defense Forces and maintaining a close personal friendship with Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, I wasn't really too caught up in the political part of it, but the app shutting down and getting folded into Paramount, the fact that Tyler Perry owned all of these IPs over there and they had to buy him out, which is a lesson in, you know, ownership and equity and stuff like that. But I think this is a big deal. I think we know that all of the networks in about a year and a half are going to be owned by the same two people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know that that's where it's headed. But I think that BET as an entity has always been for sale for the last 30 years or whatever it started. I feel like it always goes through ebbs and flows of where, depending on what the programming is, it's either hot or it's not. And lately it hasn't been hot. If you're not a Tyler Perry fan, you're probably not even watching BET. Miss Pat been over there. Shout out to her. She been cooking. But that's still the same audience.
Yeah.
It's still the same audience. And, like, what reality show you watch on BET?
Nothing.
So, I just, I'm not surprised by it, but I think it's interesting. I would love to hear what the numbers are. Maybe Joe or somebody will report on it with more detail. But I want to see how Tyler made out. And some of it is like, if Tyler sold, is it because it was it because of the dollar amount, or was it because of the direction of the business? So I would be interested to know what happened with that. Interested to know what can happen with that. Could have been season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Since we on TV. Have you been tuned in to Could Have Been season 2?
I have.
What has happened thus far? I'm pretty sure there are a few episodes in.
They are. You know, it's similar to last year. Everybody is vying for Drewski's love. Drewski is easily distracted. And, you know, each week sends people home, but also brings more in. So
it's going to be a never-ending episode. Season.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how he starts to speed up the elimination process, because we're quite a few episodes in, and there's still a lot of women left. So we'll see. But he always chooses very, charismatic in their own way. Women to be on their show. And so it's fun to watch all of them interact with each other, interact with Drewski. Fight. There's definitely been some great fights this season. And yeah, I think this season's cast is great.
Any favorites?
I like Mutombo. I like No Inglés, but he sent her home.
Yo, No Inglés was bad.
Yep.
Yo, oh my goodness. How what you like about Mutombo?
She's really tall. She's thick and she can fight.
She looked like that Deuce Bigelow character that we never saw in the movie, but you never saw the movie either. But we saw her say, "That's a big bitch," and they never show her face on the screen when she in the confessional. So they kind of treat her the same way as the movie. It's hilarious to watch her on screen. Yo.
Yep.
Why did she tear that whole house apart and throw all them grown ass men around?
I don't know, but that was crazy. They needed like 3 security officers in the one fight.
And she couldn't. She still didn't stop. She stopped when she burnt out.
Yep.
They had to leave her at the house.
Yep.
She realized everybody was going to chill. And who else? She said, No Inglés.
No Inglés.
What'd you like about her?
She was cute and she was sweet.
She seemed like a lady, right?
Yeah, she seemed like a nice lady.
She didn't seem like she was willing to compromise her ladiness for the.
And that's probably why she went home. But I thought she was nice.
No, I was disappointed she went, cause I'm like, it ain't much to look at up that joint. Now you let her go, God. Wait.
Yeah.
Got all these little boys, but I've been digging this season. I feel like Drewski's just ridiculous. And since we've already seen a season of it, you kind of just adjust that. Like, you in Drewski's world, and it's kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yep.
It's going to just be random as hell.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
So, who do you want to win?
That's difficult. I honestly think... Well, so it's difficult because whoever wins might have to get along with last season's winner.
Right.
And... that makes it challenging. She also has to stand her own with Drewski in her own way. Like, so, I don't know. I think it could end up being Strap.
Wow. That's
I think it could end up being Strap.
That's interesting.
At the end of the day, I think it could end up being Strap.
What's the one with the deep voice that always lose her voice?
Pitbully?
I seen her in a remember SNS came through for the interview?
Uh-huh.
Kelly Pelly had some kind of event, or somebody had a Pelly event in New York, and he was there, and they was all dancing. Everybody had these fly ass Pellies on, and she was in there dancing and getting busy with them. So I guess she lit now, or maybe she been lit. But I just seen her on my timeline yesterday, and it's a random leather jacket party, like. But they was fly. Shout out to SNS. He might have had the flyest Pelly besides one of the females. It was probably 3 of them. It was a female, his, and one other guy's. That was crazy. But you watch stuff like that, and it'd be like, I didn't even know they made all them varieties of them drawings. Y'all out there drawing in New York. So,
right.
Salute to y'all, man. But it looked like they was having a ball, but she was in the mix. She was.
I think she's gonna go far.
She got a great personality.
She's gonna go far.
She got a great personality. I think she needs to find her balance, but she'll be fine.
I think Selena's time is almost up.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's at my door. 1 second, y'all. Studio door being knocked on.
Back up for you.
Get the door.
Who's here?
E probably. Yeah, I'm live, so hurry up, come back. Hello? Yeah, y'all, my bad. So yeah, anything else in TV that you've been watching
That I've been watching?
that's worth, mentioning?
I mean, no, there's a lot of great TV on right now. The Pit is on. That's been great so far. We're getting like midway through that season. You know, lots of great TV. I'm not gonna bore you with all of the reality TV that I've been watching.
That's funny because when you started laughing, I'm like, you watch all of it.
I do.
You watch all the nonsense.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives just came out. A new Love is Blind season just wrapped up. The Bachelorette with Taylor Frankie Paul is about to come out in a couple of weeks. Yeah. Extracted is going on right now. Traitors just wrapped. There's a lot of fun stuff going on.
That is a lot of shows, yo. As much as you work, I found it like amazed that like I can have a certain amount of shows that I watch when I got time, but I always forget about some because I can't keep up with all 8 of them.
Well, reality TV is a lot of times what I put on when I don't want to use my brain or when I'm working and I need something in the background. It's something that you can like watch and walk in and out of, and it's fine. Right. So that's why I like reality TV.
I can dig it. Is this mic on, Kay?
Can be. Is that the red one?
Yeah, that's the red one. You gotta take the top off.
Yeah.
Now it's on.
Now it's on?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he lit.
Yeah,
Every day he lit.
What up?
Ain't nothing. How you feel?
Chilling, man. You know, glad to be back in the city. Almost cried picking up my bags the other day when I ran into Kay.
Oh my gosh. What you mean you almost cried when you seen Kay?
Nah, it was a little emotional. I didn't get a chance to see it in a minute. So it's been, I don't know, 4.5 years.
Yeah, so first and foremost, for y'all that don't know, this is one of my best friends in the whole wide world for a long ass time. E, aka Flash. They call the boy Flash because he used to be fast. Before he was great, he was fast.
Hey.
But he been going for a little bit, man. He dipped out on us, would you say 4.5 years?
4.5 years, Pacific Northwest, Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. What's out Portland? What does a black man do in Portland, or what makes a black man move to Portland?
Well, one thing I would definitely say as far as...
Those are great frames.
Appreciate that. Oakley frames. But you got to see my new ones.
Okay.
I'm going to show you my new pups.
You always got something on the accessory tip.
But great opportunity for like corporate leadership. A lot of learnings out there. Lots that I took away, brought back. But one thing, as far as black men out there or just black people in general, is definitely... It's definitely not very diverse out there, but I will say is that that's a city that will rally around your cause. So when I say that's a city that will, you can capitalize even on that black guilt on some of those things. Yeah, that's a city they're going to revolt. What you mean. They're going to stand tall.
Yeah.
But one thing I learned, and you don't learn it till you go away, is that when you drop down into a city, like I realized exactly how diverse a city like Philly is, and you learn that from the moment you hit the airport. So it's like it's definitely a big change. But I was talking to you the other day. The biggest thing, I'm Philly home team all day. So just being home, and especially being a fixture in the Philadelphia area for so long, events, doing stuff in the retail scene, the event space scene. It's one of those moments where like even pulling up to you when I first got in, it's like. I gave you an analogy the other day. Was like I hit you up like, yo, Rube, what you doing? You be like nothing. You be like, E, what you doing? Nothing. Yo, pull up. Let's do nothing together. That's that thing that to me that was like sorely missed being out there. But that glad to be back. Getting everything situated. But definitely making moves.
So you keep saying back, like you visiting or what? Like you mean back?
Back. That's
it's official now.
That's. Not 100% official, but that's where it's leaning towards. But if I'm gonna give it a percentage on it, we 90% there.
90%.
90% there.
I can dig it. Yeah. That's fly. I fuck with that. So you said that you do. You went out there and you learned a lot about leadership and things of that nature. Corporate leadership. Yeah. So exactly why?
So it really plays a part to when you want to run, and I think it's. The corporate leadership versus being in the field and like the retail space is such a huge difference because you gotta understand the behaviors of why people spend, and that's where I focus a lot of my attention on why do companies create standard operating procedure guidelines? Why do they institute customer experience things in stores? Because it's identifying with the buyers, it's identifying with those who spend. So, give you an example. I did a case study, and I was able to do case studies with some major companies like with Nike, Adidas, and it first started off with Levi Strauss.
Nice.
And most companies these days are focusing on the behavioral spending patterns of Generation Z.
Yeah.
Why Generation Z? During this time I did the case study, Generation Z was between ages of 16 and 25 years old. Why are they focused on Generation Z? Because Generation Z is the most populated generation on planet Earth, meaning they possess the number one spending power. This was all during the pandemic time, where people were thinking that, oh man, people don't want to come outside, so therefore people are migrating from the brick and mortar. When I mean brick and mortar, I mean that the four walls that you walk into a store versus buying it on the internet. The stats reveal otherwise. The stats actually suggest that even with Generation Z, who possess the number one spending power, they still want proximity of store, wide choice selection. So when you think of proximity of store, think about how many Walmarts or an Amazon locker, or just being able to walk into a physical brick and mortar store to be able to select and choose their product. Then it's wide choice selection, which is, think about internet. We call internet like an endless aisle. Think about a bread aisle that never ends. So that's what the internet provides you. I can basically get anything. And then the third top of their spending choices is availability of products. So basically making sure that product is available in store. And when you're able to unlock that piece of it,
that leads to impulse buying and all type of other stuff too.
That's correct. That's correct. So when you are able to identify those as a leader, you're able to make business successful. And I had a lot of success based off of that. So
no, that's fire. And it's funny because you said the opposite of what everybody been saying, because even like it took me a long time to even start shopping online. Like, rest in peace Rel. I used to be with Rel like, man, I don't shop at the mall no more. I can't remember last time I went to the mall to buy clothes. He like, I get everything offline. I'm like, you don't want to try nothing, no one or nothing. Like, you don't want the experience, you don't want help.
We as people, we're tangible. Think about, you want to be able to touch. The retail stores, what I like to say is we sell the experience. You still want that experience. And think about during the pandemic being locked up, how many times we just wanted to get out of the damn house.
Yep.
So that is alive and well. And then you get the true experience when you walk into the stores. So to me, when seeing those, being able to understand and study those numbers, I'm like, wow, they not going away. These reports, and this report is based off a report through Retail Federation. It was a survey conducted between 16,500 correspondents worldwide. So it wasn't like it was regional, like, okay, this is what US shop, this is what China shop, this is what Europe shop. No, this was respondents throughout across the world. So that to me was like, when you're able to understand or gain that insight, what can you do with it from there?
Do you get to the point where you figure out if that's company based or like this? Because we do see some things. We see CVS's and stuff shutting down, but we know that you can also get pharmacies and Walmart and, you know what I mean, these other places. What's the difference?
It applies, honestly, it applies everywhere. It's a standard. It just applies everywhere.
Okay, so that's the reason that we're seeing certain places go is for the reasons that we think we're seeing them go.
Now, when you say go, are you saying like you'll see shutting down?
You'll see a report where they say they're shutting down 56% of the brick and mortar for this company. So
with that being said, I love that you brought that topic up, because even with going through working at some pretty big companies, where rather I was doing digital operations for Walmart, one of the things that I learned even during the course of that time, think about even back in our day, even let's take it uptown. I think we had Strawbridges, it was Clover, it was Caldors. Remember some of those names?
Caldor, Jamesway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's not a result of pandemic or people not shopping in brick and mortars. That's just a result of not even sign of the times, about those companies who are always adapt to change. And that's where I love some of the places I've been, is that they always reinvent themselves. We had a conversation the other day, and we were just talking. We always talk about fashion, shit like that. And we talked about some of those timeless brands, those Ralph Lauren's that's still always around no matter what. Think about it. They ain't going nowhere.
They ain't.
Some companies know how to continuously evolve, and those that don't, those are the ones that ultimately tend to get caught in the underpath.
Yeah, but I guess that's technically what I was saying, because like the industry has shifted. Your pharmacy being your main thing at that price point wasn't gonna work no more, and you know what I mean. Like certain things that's just like nature of the beast, and y'all are still. What can I get? Discount on candy?
Yep.
Like there's nothing else in there.
I just want to make sure that message was clear. Is that it's not a result of anything of brick and mortar, people not wanting to be at these stores. Nah, it's something that they had to look into and deep dive into as to why they weren't successful in certain things or weren't able to change.
So that's what you did the whole time you was out there?
I mean, then connect, I was fortunate enough to really connect with some dope folks. One of my homies out there, when first year I got out there, he's CJ McCullough's cousin. If y'all familiar with basketball, shooting guard, point guard, used to play out there. So, getting a chance to be able to connect with them, vibe, be out throughout the city. One thing about Portland, if you do some of your research, it's a foodie town. It's actually been voted a top 10 food city in the world, and to say top 10, not just U.S. but world,
that's crazy.
That's pretty dope. So, and
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And the thing is, we spoiled coming from a city like Philly,
Yeah,
and
we got
actually
a bunch of restaurants right down the street.
And most recently, I think within the past year, a lot of restaurants, I think, won some James Beard Awards here. If anyone's familiar with that, and when you become a foodie, you start to deep dive into that.
And Michelin ran through here too.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So, and for me coming from Philly and then be able to go out there and be like, oh, y'all on some other levels still too. And there's a lot smaller city. Like they gotta. To even get close to the population of Philadelphia, they got to include like the metro areas outside. But so Philly, if I'm not mistaken, is about 1.5 average population, which at the time was like 4/5 biggest city in the United States. Portland was only about 600,000, so it's half that. So, and just imagine being half that and still less, diverse.
Yeah, that's weird. And I was like,
it's like maybe 2%, 1% black. I
was thinking about that when you was talking about it, right? Because, like, there's so many places we go down south, and you feel it when you go down south. You feel the difference, bro. And you looking at black men that's working and that's doing a great job or whatever they're doing, but you don't see the confidence in some of them because it feel like they still under the thumb because it's the South.
That thing you said that you feel, I would have never understood that statement until I went away. What you just said, you feel it. I would have. It's the same thing when people was telling me back in the day, even in our early days, like, yeah, West Coast so laid back. I couldn't understand what that meant or whatever it is. But when you spend that time out there, and for me, 4.5 years, close to 5, half a decade, you get that understanding of feel, yeah.
Because that's why they look at, like, in hip hop, you'll see these people from other places that's hip hop too. And they be like, I can't, them New York niggas, them Philly niggas, they just too, like, we too arrogant for them.
And
because they don't carry it like that.
They don't.
They can't.
And so they're very passive aggressive out there. You know what I mean? And how we've always carried it, our friendship was built off of, yo, what the fuck you doing? You fucking up. You cool? All right, cool. Out there, you gonna check me? You gonna say something? Like, or you just gonna smile? You still smiling? You cool? But you thinking this? Nah. So like, that's the part that for me, coming home is like, it's that real, So that passive aggressive shit is for the birds.
It's weird because it feel like you at work all the time.
That's a great coming from someone that's in that corporate structure. That's exactly how it feels.
Like you always at work.
That's exactly how it feel. Like,
man, I don't feel like this.
Yeah, you being professional to be on the streets. like it's cool.
Weird. We niggas. Be a nigga.
We don't got HR on the streets. Like, no human resources. Yo, keep it up, hundo.
But what's crazy is with this world, you might got to carry like that anyway, because everybody Ray-Ban glasses, and you never know when you need to be on your best or not.
Facts,
Cause
yeah.
it's weird now. Like
Yeah.
I just seen recently, you know, Jill just dropped a project. Jill Scott.
I did because also so a few it's like wasn't she supposed to be touring too?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was about to talk about.
Okay.
She was saying, none of them meta glasses, no phones, none of that. And people was like, why would you say that about a concert? Because they only used to it with comedy shows.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you know Jill, or if you know Jill's audience,
Yeah.
that's a small thing.
Is it her final project? Like,
I don't
what's
think
the
so.
okay?
I watched her do interviews, and it don't sound like that. It
Okay.
actually sounds like she was in.
I heard this while I was still out there. That's why.
She was in a certain space, and she created based on that space, and this is what we have. It's just it's so Jill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it ain't that deep, but it's me, and it's it's all of that.
Yeah.
But I respect it, and I kind of expect it. I think that when you go to a Badu show, a Jill show, even certain like nowadays a Nas show, you know what I mean? You there for an experience.
Yeah.
You there for the vibes, and the phone is a distraction. The phone is corny because y'all doing all the wrong stuff with it. Y'all
Yeah.
uploading it to y'all
Yeah.
YouTubes. Y'all FaceTiming somebody for an hour and a half straight. Y'all doing weird stuff with it.
Yeah.
It's too much of a distraction. And when we say put your lights up, all of a sudden y'all don't want to put your lights on. Or your battery dead.
It was this one quote that this was during the time I was active on social media. As you know, like honestly, you inspired me to get back on because when you talked to me about Randy Dukes, you know, and I had to
Congratulations, Dukes.
Yo,
Jersey
my
retired
guy.
Northeast High School.
Yeah, like,
Philadelphia.
and we'll get back to that. Definitely want to touch on
let's
that.
talk about that in a
But
minute.
if the quote said, "The best moments are the ones that you don't upload."
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not focused on who need to see it. Like well, you're focusing on that moment right there.
Yeah,
on
bro.
that moment.
I'm blessed because a lot of the times I was, I get paid to go to events, or I have my own camera people with me.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I went through events the whole night and didn't pull my phone out of my pocket, except maybe to get somebody's number or their social media information or something like that. And then you realize at the end of the night, I ain't take one picture, but there are pictures.
Yeah.
That the pictures that needed to be taken were taken. But like
You ain't never been that.
I don't like that burden.
You ain't never your John was like, oh, send me that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
send me that. Bro.
Yeah, you just send me
who
that.
got the pics from last night?
Yeah, you
Stop being
you too active.
stingy.
That's we way bit in how we way too active.
Yeah, it's
and it's
weird.
for us. It's like it's literally. Y'all can say what y'all want, but you got certain people that's really for the people. Like, we look. Matter of fact, we in the scene. It's been times when I hosted something, and the person that I'm looking for is the one who I see that's not active out there.
Mm-hmm.
That person who not all that comfortable. I remember even times at Northeast when hosting those cookouts, people like, yo, how you know all those people? I didn't. Mm-hmm. I compared it to like a family reunion. If you ever been to a family reunion, they're huge. You bring everybody from all around the country to the family reunion. And do you know everybody? No. Is there one common thing? Yes. Y'all family. So even with my Northeast cookout, do I know everybody? Did I walk those halls with you? Maybe, maybe not. But guess what? One common thing, it was the East.
We share the experience.
That's it.
You know what? But that's something that's always been a strong suit of yours. It's something that I actually learned in a different way from City.
Mm-hmm.
But
My nigga City.
a lot of the ways that you've been successful has been through your network.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that what you've had to do, you're a leader in business, so that means team building, that means navigating different personalities.
Facts.
All of those things play a part in what
Facts.
you do to this day. So I salute you for that, because you came on board with me and we started throwing the cookouts and all of that, and you was treating my people the same way you was treating Northeast people. It ain't make no difference. And even when we was in Baltimore,
What was our motto back in the day, where it was like, yo, I'm gonna introduce you to this person, you build your own relationship.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all need to know about each other, then I'm gonna walk away.
That's it.
'Cause I'm not responsible
That's
for grown
it.
people.
And I remember it was a moment where I can't remember. It was somebody in squad. I don't know if it was Shad. It was somebody, but it was like I hit somebody up.
Shad
and I was,
got married, by the way.
oh, congrats, Shad, my guy. We're gonna discuss. We got so I'm back, guys. So it's gonna be some.
We good, but
yeah.
go ahead.
But I remember texting them or hitting them up, and I'm like, yo, such and such. This Ruga homie E. They checked me like.
It was Shad.
yo, Shad, he was like, don't say you Rook. Yo, you
You
eat.
my nigga
Exactly. And I was like, you know what? You right.
You my nigga E. Don't do that.
Yep.
No, that was Shad. That was Shad. And Shad's great for that. And that's what's crazy because a lot of people don't realize because there's so many people in squad. It kind of started with me and Shad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it branched off, and then like we met Reed and them as a group.
Yeah.
So it's really really funny that he was the one to do that. But we
and then
we
you
kinda,
mentioned even something that's crazy. You mentioned Reed, and it's like it was a moment where I guess you kind of identify like when somebody stepped away from social media, and I like hopped off for a second, and that was just one moment. I remember even for Reed just shooting me. I don't know if it was a message through inbox or something, and it was just like, "You good?"
Yeah.
And that was that.
Yep. I ain't gonna lie, squad, and I say I gotta get better with this all the time. Cause even you do it. But squad called me randomly. Yo, you good? Just checking in. Yo, you straight? And I mean, it'd be like 4 of them at a time sometimes. And shout out to Sonny from B-More. Sonny was late to the squad, and Sonny be just sending me inspiration and prayer and letting me know he praying for me. You know what I mean?
Bro,
like,
think about what the story you just told me the other day.
Crazy.
It's love. Like, here it is where I think you was chilling and you posted something about being out, and then whoop and hit you up, and guess what? That was energy in the air because guess what? They was just talking about you, and it was like, if you don't bring your ass down,
and
make
it's
it
crazy.
happen.
I didn't even post it. I was thinking it. I was literally. It was the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm sipping with Sammie, so I don't miss the biggest drinking day of the year. And when I say don't miss, I mean like I'm amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? Usually by happy hour.
One of our favorite holidays, by the way, anyone tuning in, is Thanksgiving.
Bro,
we slept through Thanksgiving.
Slept through the whole Thanksgiving one year. I mean the whole Thanksgiving.
Whole Thanksgiving.
I couldn't get up till like 4 a.m.
Was that Torah? After Torah? No,
it wasn't Torah.
It was after the. We was at the Shakey's. Yeah.
It was I swear.
I swear.
It was at the I swear video shoot. That was crazy. I don't even know why we did that like that. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. Then got up, went to the football game, and slept through the rest of the day.
Dog.
We didn't even get up. We went straight to the football game.
We didn't.
We went straight to the football game. But no, so I'm just having the energy like, man, I feel like I need to be out, but I'm like, I ain't been in the mix. So I ain't gonna be on Facebook like, yo, who drinking tonight? Like, I don't do that. So then out of the blue, like, it might have been 20, 30 minutes later, I get the phone call and Wilk, you know what I'm saying? They hanging out. And, yo, Rube, where you at? We in Manioc, man, come through. Yo, what keep talking about? He just said something about you. You gotta slide.
It's the energy, man.
And I'm like, all right, bet. They like, no, I'm not playing. You better. You know, it's one of them joints where they think you just, because I'm calm. I'm chilling. I'm not on like y'all. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna pull up. And mind you, I had a drink or two already, so I shoot down there. I get through there, and it's lit. I even see my spades partner that I played with at DJ Trail Crib. That's my nigga. Oh, what's up, baby? I'm like, who you down here with? I'm thinking he with them. You know what I mean? It's motion down there. My homegirl Crack Leash was there. Crack was there with her homegirl, and you know I love Leash, man. I love Leash to life. Yeah, for real.
Good people.
So we had a great night, and it was like literally. Like you said, I had an energy and a vibe, and I guess Wook was tapped in with me. He was booping me like, yo, Rube need to be here, because Rube probably sitting somewhere like, nigga, I want to drink. And I went out there, and it's crazy because they only took cash. So it was a lot of funny moves made that night. Like, I wasn't using the ATM. So I'm like, yo, let me cash app you. And we was going through that, but we had a good night. And I swear, I ain't see the bartender for half of the drinks I had. So it was a good night. It was a good night. Everybody was in there having it, man.
Energy real, man.
But no, that's a real thing. Squad is a blessing.
Yeah.
Always been. Shout out to T. T just had the baby.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations.
You told me that, yeah.
You gotta go through my page. Congratulations
I'm
to
have
Kill.
to.
Kill got the housewarming coming up. He just made another major move.
Okay.
It's just so much.
Kill's still down DE?
I gotta relook at the invite to see where this one is at, but I think it's in DE. But,
Squad, yo,
I'll double check.
Back in the city, definitely gonna be linking. You know. Honestly, I'm with somebody that's all throughout this city, so even coming back make it a lot easier because we're gonna touch down. We
gonna pop out. We gonna pop out.
We back.
I ain't had nobody to hit the road with for some of this shit, and I've been going dolo, but dolo cool too, because if it ain't you, then it's just easier for me to just when I want to roll, I can roll. With you easy going. A lot of people be trying to like. One thing about having squad, right? it's about 50, 60 motherfuckers. We talking about males, females. Everybody got their own. Everybody do their own thing. So there's a lot of strong-minded people and a lot of people with different relationships or different styles of even entertaining themselves. Yeah. So you'll go to the cookout and everybody be like, all right, we going out after this. And for the next 4 hours, we'll be going to 3 different places. Yeah. By that third hour, I'm on 95, baby. I ain't got time, man. I'm just sitting here drinking. Like, what are we doing? And I be gone. And shout out to Weez. That's kind of how I wasn't there when Weez had the accident, but he healed well and everything is good with Weez. But that was the last time I was out there. That was kind of what was going on. It was like
Weezy, man.
Nobody could figure out what the haps was, and we always know Dukes know where it's at.
One thing I said, and just shout out Weez. Like, one thing I said to Rude the other day, Weez, is like, no one gives a more warm welcome than Weez, man.
Nobody, man.
Nobody.
That smile is phenomenal. And it's crazy because even when I talked to him after his accident, his energy was on a beam, bro. Like, he was talking to me like, I don't believe in God. He like, bro, y'all worried about the wrong shit. My nigga. And I'm like, you know what? I needed to hear you say that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't need you to be down. If that's where you at. Yeah. Now, when you don't feel like that, call my phone. Yeah. You know, that's all it is. Because sometimes, you look in the mirror and be like, damn, I was ugly before. Now I'm uglier. But no, my man held up, man. Handsome guy, but just playing. But let's talk about the Duke situation, man. Because I think that that's big for both of y'all.
So, like, for me, it was like...
One more time for the...
You know, if most people don't know, like, I used to be heavy on social media... And it was more so for the cookouts, you know. Like, actually, interesting enough, when I first hopped on social media, I was actually late to it. Me too. Like, literally, I remember going back and seeing messages, people mentioning my name because I was someone, you know, when we connected, we always had our cookouts, bringing everybody together on all different occasions. But then when I left, I left, and it was good for me to leave because, allowed me to really focus on family, work, and my learnings, that we discussed earlier. But when I touched down in Philly, when I came over, it was 2 days ago, right? Mm-hmm. We chatting it up, we catching up, and then, you tell me the message about, my homie Dukes.
Randolph Dukes.
Let's give it the proper, Randy Dukes.
Yeah, man.
The scoring champion in 1999, Northeast High School, but the scoring champion of the public league. And, for years, like, even after high school, I always made sure that name stayed alive. When I used to hop into some of the forums that rather be on Facebook and people mention some of the players, I always kept his name alive. Make sure that y'all never forget that. Because, like, during my time of working with him, or not working with him, but, hooping with him, it was like, yo, I had somebody that I can finally just, like, completely trust where I didn't even need to score. I didn't need to do that. And I left a...
he was Eric Snow.
Yo, I was basically, he was the AI. I was Eric Snow. I was Eric Snow. So he had, the opportunity. He had his jersey retired. And for me, missing that was huge for me. And he could tell you, like, I called him the other day. And I was like, yo, fuck. And he was like, E, you was the first person I called. And mind y'all, if y'all know me, my number has changed. Listen, my number has changed.
He said you was the first one he called, though?
First one he called.
See, I'm just now hearing this for the first time. That's fire.
First one he called. And I believe that. For us, it's like...
No, I think he did. I just didn't
know. If I had a birthday, he's always there. Yep. When he had a birthday, always there.
Happy birthday, Renata and Randy. They just had a birthday.
They just had a birthday. Yep, March 9th. Greatest rapper all time, died on March 9th. That's their birthday. I give them a call every year. But, so he was like, yo, and he told me about that. And the first thing I did, and mind you, I ain't been on social media in, two and a half years? It's like 2 years, some change?
I can't keep up, but yeah.
Yeah, it's been that long. I hopped on after finding out just to post his jersey retirement. That's the only reason I came. Just to post that, because that was one of my, for me, him retire, that jersey retiring, that's one of my proudest moments. And not to say, like, mind you, one thing I'll tell you about him with playing, basketball with him as a point guard, he made my job easier. I used to compare him when he's on the court. If y'all remember watching Reggie Miller back in the day, or Steph Curry working off a screen,
Never stop moving.
motherfucker never stopped moving.
Like a shark.
And he came to the rock. So I remember we had
You curl to the ball.
Yeah, we had other shooters that always want to stay stationary.
Back away.
Yo, y'all giving me higher chance of turning the ball over by you not coming to the ball. This dude, one, he had a name, so it was like, you had to double team, you had to do this. He worked his ass off to get those shots. And for me, like, seeing him get there.
And he was always in shape, like college shape.
Yo, he ain't play. Like, he ain't play. He had, he could jump out the roof, and then he had those long arms, so as far as getting his shot off, that was a bucket. We had a out of bounds play that started right below the court that was literally 70% effective, and it always went to him. It was literally it was this. We clap, boom, he make a move, and that pretty much was it. My bad.
That was it. and you clap, he make a move, and that's it.
It was buckets. It was literally like, if you want to score, that was 70%. 70%.
No, that's crazy.
7 out of 10 times that shot going in. So, for me, and being a part of that, and I actually, it's funny because I left a message on that post that he had to remind me about one time, because it was a time I came up to him. I was like, yo, just shoot the ball. I take care of the rest. Don't worry about it passing it. Don't worry about sending it back. You get that ball, shoot the ball. And for my life during that time, it was like, yo, if I lose a game, I better lose that game with you shooting that damn ball. If we lose that game and you're not shooting that ball, then that's when we give
ourselves a chance.
We ain't give ourselves a chance. And I told him that day, and I remember he reminded me of that. He was like, yo, remember what you told me that day? Yo, and the fact that it stuck, that let me realize, I was like, okay, yeah. But that's my guy, man.
It's funny. I've only had coaches talk to me like that. I've never had another, and it's weird because I do remember being younger and getting hot and niggas go away from you.
Yeah.
Remember them days?
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
I had a nigga really tell me, like, at halftime, like, bro, you got enough? Like, what do you mean I'm on fire?
You got to recognize how you going to win. I was a point guard where if I'm playing defense against that number one guard, whoever's that number one guard on that court.
Y'all had some point guards back then.
It was crazy guards back in the day. Crazy. So if I don't got to even focus on scoring, and all I got to do is focus on controlling my team, locking down their player, and that man shoot, that's the key to success. And we went through some, man, we turned that. You ain't even look at Northeast as a basketball program prior to that time.
No, y'all was a football school.
It was a football and baseball school.
And y'all had an aerospace program.
Yeah.
Which was strange.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. But then y'all went to the chip after y'all left. We went to that game at the
started that. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, we did. Sure did. Yeah, yeah.
Went to that game. See the young boy. What's his name? He played for the Kyle.
Yeah.
Played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Got one of the most outspoken wives ever.
Yeah.
Whew.
NBA, you say NFL.
He went to the NFL.
Kyle Lowry.
Not Kyle Lowry. I'm talking about the.
You talking? Yes, Brent. My bad. Yeah, you're right. Brent. Yeah.
Tough too.
Yeah. He was actually right underneath. When I was a senior, he was sophomore.
And I love Kyle Lowry. Yeah. No disrespect. Love Kyle Lowry.
Crazy thing. When we went freshman to the year at Northeast.
When we wore the Kyle shirts, it was Brent game.
Yeah. You're right. My bad.
No, you good. Yeah. That's all. That's why I was confused. But no, y'all. It changed a little bit after y'all.
Yeah,
man. It changed a little bit.
Hell yeah.
And niggas are still on that wall.
And my thing is,
now y'all double on the wall, but y'all was on the wall.
Yo, that retirement, I'm a part of that.
No, that's you.
I'm a part. No, not me. I would never get.
Not that. Because I want to be clear. He don't owe you nothing.
Yeah.
But you was there for that whole thing.
There.
Y'all did that together.
I was there.
Y'all did that together.
I was there.
And like you said, sometimes it just take for you to have the right mentality about what his position is and for you to have that talk with him. Right. That's a big part of it.
Yep.
Because I'm sure every night this nigga was working out, doing whatever he was doing. He like, I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. But I gotta get the ball enough. I gotta get off enough shots. I gotta be in positions to do this because I don't control that.
You know what's crazy, y'all?
He didn't bring the ball up the court.
My man cooked y'all in all of 1999. Y'all know what his pregame music was? Deborah Cox. Y'all got cooked from a bull who listened to Deborah Cox before every game. What was it? How Did You Get Here? I think it might have been. Might have been that.
Supposed to be
y'all got cooked. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but I'm proud of it, man.
No, salute the Dukes.
Yeah.
I went to college with Dukes and watched them play ball for Morgan State, and the same way you said you kept his name alive, that's when I started speaking about it. Because in high school, we wasn't that close. When we got to college and we got close, niggas used to be like, yo, this nigga. I used to be like, y'all know Dukes used to average like 40?
What?
Like fuck is you, what did you do? No, the ball can, yeah. You got a whip on him.
And dropped 49. He got the record points for our school, and then averaged, I want to say 31, 32, which was like the, I got to go back, but it was one of the highest single season performances in Philadelphia.
How many 36-point games is that? How many 34-point games is that? How many 38-point games is that?
That's carrying us.
Like, what are you talking about?
You dig me? Like, consistently cooking.
No, like, he had a great year. He had 2 good years, but he had a great year that year. That was a great year for him. No, that's fire. And it's funny because we knew everybody that was nice back then.
Everybody.
But you was running with him. But like we was, you know, if you was anything, you was at Simons or Finley.
Bro, like how many people we played think about how many people we played all pub just every day.
Every day. Every
single day.
Like we ain't get no breaks.
None.
If you was a guard, and we had decent big niggas too. But if you was a guard at Finley,
you definitely did.
You had to work every day. I don't care, pickup game, practice, indoor league, whatever you want to call it, tournaments. Yeah. You had a dog across from you every day, and I'm talking about point guards and shooting guards.
But peep this too. It wasn't even just think about all the ones that we had in the Uptown Mount Airy Radius. But since we had a dope court that people loved to come to, we had to be on point from when them niggas came down from North, when them niggas came down from South Philly, when them niggas came down from West. We had a destination hoop spot. People knew you getting a good run where we hooped at.
A West Philly nigga made me tap dance. Yeah. Bro, I started doing a heel toe. I'm like, oh my God, I can't control my legs.
It's Guard City. You said something earlier. It was Guard City. Bro. Again, me having that's why I had to play the role that I had to play.
I talked about it earlier. I mentioned it earlier real quick because we was talking about the WNBA and what they going through with the CBA. And I'm like, I lived through the lockout. I would walk down to Finley and it'd be 6 NBA players running up and down.
You remember that shit? Yo, Jason Lawson, Alvin Williams, Catino Mobley. At any moment.
Eric, the boy they call Eric Iverson.
Yeah.
Who else? It was.
They was there.
Niggas. And they would be hooping.
It was regular.
They wasn't even trying to get in the gym.
John
Simon.
Let's go back. Let's pay
John
homage to home.
No, the first night, that's what happened.
Yo.
Them niggas was out there. Niggas was like, go get John now.
Yo, exactly.
Next thing you know, the video camera popped up.
Yo.
Boy had the joint on the shoulder outside the gate. And John was out there wiggling.
Listen, man.
Who else was it?
We said this. We say something the other day that if people listen to our stories, they gonna think we Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was...
You don't understand what it's like to be 15.
It was in 4K, bro.
Ooh, 15, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
You walk down there and the league is down there. And you know Cat from back that way. You know Alvin from over there. So you know that's why they here.
Hell yeah.
But what does that say? That says when they NBA homies said, yo, we need to get some record, and they said, we going to Philly.
Down there.
They was down there 4 nights a week.
Yeah, because Alvin,
and they was going to Gustine Lake.
Alvin would bring, what's the boy,
not Jason.
Yeah, Lawson.
Jason.
He brought Jason up. He brought Jason Lawson up. Rhode Island. They went Villanova. Yeah.
Villanova.
And I remember the time, even when I started.
Cat was Rhode Island. I'm tripping.
Yeah, Cat was. Yeah, correct. Mm-hmm. When I was getting busy and hooping, I remember, and I just remember leaving my crib. This is when I was at 78 for Ogon, and I went down to Finley around 12 midnight. And when you want to know when someone is real.
I got the same.
John Salmon was down there hooping 12 o'clock midnight doing drills. He saw me doing it. He was like, "Young boy, come on,
work out,
do this, do that, do this. Because he recognized somebody that wanted to further his craft. And to me, that was inspirational because we already knew how he was. And he out there like 12 o'clock,
I seen
midnight.
John do some of the most amazing shit I've ever seen on a basketball court.
From that height.
I still
Remember
I still tell the story about that the second play of the tournament. In and out, but yeah. So we in the tournament. We in Maryland. We supposed to be in Florida, but we couldn't afford to go to the national. So we in a compensatory tournament. Like, you know, like you can't go there. You know. So we went there and we get down there and we late. And we run in the gym. It's like they running the clock down for the forfeit jump. Yeah. You know how they do. Y'all got 20
I remember.
minutes.
Yeah.
So we had like 11 minutes. They like, y'all gotta change your clothes, get on the court. And I'm on 15 and under. He on 18 and under. So it's not my game. So we hop in the bleachers. So them niggas gotta get ready, shoot some layups, stretch, whatever. Next thing you know, he in the circle for the jump ball because he's 6'7". But the other team don't know him.
Yeah.
So when he go for the tip, he tipped the ball. Other team get the ball, they go down the court. I think they score. Yeah, they score. As soon as they score, they inbound the ball to John. The other team coach say, get him. Yeah. They big man bringing the ball up the court. Take that shit. John walk up the court, bouncing the ball, dribble it, 1-2, in and out behind his back, threw it through the ball legs, and snatched it back, and the ball fell. He fell. So we in the bleachers like, oh! Mind you, we just got here. And we just fought at like our last two tournaments. We've been having a bad summer as far as like violence. So we like, oh! Our coach is like, chill, because y'all been doing too much lately.
So I remember you say it was a hostile crowd down there.
Yeah, it was crazy out there. We got into it out there too. Yeah. So then next thing you know, we look back on the court and homie gets up off the floor with his hands up and try to fight John. So John look at us like, what's going on? And put his hands up. Get tossed out the first game.
Oh, that's crazy.
Bro, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. He still made the all-tournament team. Yeah. He still cooked. If we'd have won, he'd have got MVP. Yeah. But, like, John, that was the time when Barron told me, John going pro.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know how to gauge it.
Yeah.
I had never seen nobody yet that was going. Like I said, it's 15 and under, so I might have been 13 or 14.
Yeah.
I was around Ed. I was around Lynn later after that.
That actually left you. When you just said that about when Barron said he going pro, that's a story about when I knew about when Eddie Griffin hooped with us.
Rest in peace,
guy, Eddie Griffin, Roman Catholic. Also hooped with Mount Airy Kojic for a time. You know, he hooped throughout the city.
Hated Kojic.
Yeah. I got my start. Like,
no, Kojic was cool. Yeah. I went to the church.
Yeah.
It's just certain players on that team that used to just always have me in my bag, man.
That was uptown too, though. Like, rather we had the hoop Finley, West Oak Lane,
McCluskey,
Koji.
It was Ada Lewis.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah. Man.
We had wars.
We had a lot. Water Tower.
Bro, we went to Jersey for a tournament one time, bro. And we cheered for Simons the whole tournament just because we was from Philly.
But that's the crazy part, because if we go anywhere else, we all family.
And then
during that time it was beat.
Then we played each other in the championship.
Yeah.
And it was the dumbest shit ever. Like, we could have did this at the crib, bro. You could have did this at the crib, but it was so weird because it
was competitive nature.
Rest in peace, Don. Don was there. That's when Don had broke his wrist.
Dog, man.
He broke his wrist in that tournament.
So nice. I'm a defensive guard.
And he caught a growth spurt.
Yo. I'm a defensive player. Defensive
I sat on
guard.
the bench with Don. He had a ball.
Like, literally, and he's hilarious. Like a
motherfucker. I had a ball with Don.
Rest in peace, Don. But I remember we had a practice down at, it was the gym. Was it? It was off of Shelton and.
Not Lonnie Young.
No. Keep going.
Further down.
Yeah, Shelton and Wayne and Shelton.
Oh, okay. The Hollow.
No.
Okay, that's further up.
No, we're going down Shelton. Was it Wayne Avenue? I can't remember, but it was a school.
It's a school.
It was a school, and we had practice. And he just joined our team from Mount Airy Kojic. Yo, we on a break. I'm the last man in back, and the first thing you gotta do is stop the ball. Mm-hmm. This man did some move where He went up like this, so defensively, you always stop the ball. No clue. He went up. I'm guarding the shot. He did some behind the back pass to somebody. I'm all with him in the shot.
You got dunked on?
I didn't get dunked on. I never got dunked on. Well, maybe in some time.
Listen, ain't got me dunked on like
but I was so faked out by the play, and he was a lefty too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but I was like, this young boy nice. Because mind you, I might have had him by at least 3 years or so. But he was at that moment. I was like, "Oh yeah, he nice."
No, I knew Don was nice, and it's crazy because we speeding back to John Simons in a midnight workout, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I walked down there one night. It had to be like 11. It's one of them things where like I get bored and just be like, "Let me see if the light's still on."
Yeah.
And the lights was on.
Yeah.
So I go down, and I used to do dumb shit. Like I used to wear Timbs and basketball shorts and wind up getting in a 2-on-2 in the middle of the night and just strengthening my calves. So it was what I thought I was doing.
You used to jump
I
off
was
the
always
roof.
trying to jump. Yeah.
Oh, Kay. I gotta tell you about the stories of how he used to jump out the roof.
So I get down there and I'm shooting around and I see Marty and John.
Marty.
Rest in peace, Marty.
Yeah, rest in peace, Marty.
That's why I had to tell the story. I think because
He
the
was
way
nice.
you said it, I think Marty knew that John be down there.
Okay.
It might not have been happenstance that he was there that night. Now that the way that you put it,
Yeah.
because you was like, you used to know he used to be out there.
Yeah.
And you know, Marty is a basketball head. Like, he used to have all the VHSs of all the McDonald's games and all the Final Fours.
He one of the nicest people ever. Like, yo,
Marty was nice
on the
as
court,
fuck.
like the smoothest. Like,
And the irony in it
control it.
is as smooth as his game was, the only person that probably was smoother. See, Marty played at multiple speeds. John played at 1.5.
That's what you just said.
John played at 1.5. You could not make John speed up. Marty would go, but Marty would pull that change of pace shit before that was a thing.
Yeah.
And it'll ruin your day.
Yo, you play defense on how he wants you to play it. And that was the first time I seen somebody really, I guess at that level, control it.
Him and Sheed Brinkley.
Like, ridiculous.
Him and
Oh,
Sheed
she,
Brinkley.
yeah, was it, he was, what school was, she at, back in
She
the day?
went to, damn.
Not over,
Be careful.
not,
Your mic on the table. What school did she go to? You can probably look it up on your phone. But, all that to say, I watched Marty walk up to John and ask John to show him how to do the behind the back in and out. Now, the funny thing about the behind the back in and out, it's so crazy because it's supposed to be a carry, but he turns it so quick
Yeah.
that I've seen him do it 4 times back to back
Yeah.
behind his back and
Yeah.
then just dunk the ball like boom.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like he never turns the ball all the way over.
Yeah.
It's a curl.
Yeah.
So he's showing him because if you think about it, you will whip it
Yeah.
and swing it and yank
Yeah,
it back.
correct.
If you understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying, I'll do
Yeah,
it in front of
absolutely.
you. You will go like this.
Yeah.
He's going like this.
You know, yeah. Yeah.
He's stirring the ball
'Cause
behind his back.
How I learned it is the way that you said, like, it's like a, but
No.
I should have done it more like that.
It's lower and it's
Yeah.
controlled and it's quick.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying, like he was reffing one of our games one time, and he had the whistle in his mouth. And he dribbling the ball. You know how the refs be dribbling the ball, and he just did it.
So, yeah, he did used to ref.
Yeah, he used to be helping Bob and them out all the
Yeah.
time. He just did it like bang, bang, bang. Went up, shot a layup. Another like timeout came, he did it again. Wham, 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 dunk. Now when John used to dunk, it used to look like a finger roll. He never dunked hard.
Yeah. It was always something smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it used to look like, yo,
Yeah.
what, did I just see a dunk?
Yeah.
So like I'm watching him and Marty work out, bro. And if you know anything about me, and you knew this, but a lot of people didn't. I used to make Gates wake up 5, 6 in the morning to go to the track and then go to the basketball court, whether that was Leeds or down Finley,
Yeah.
and get some work in before the sun used to get too hot.
Yeah.
And we would be working on 2-man plays for the church league and
Yeah.
shit. Like, yo, we gonna go down the league, you gonna throw it to me. You know what I mean? We used to be
Yeah.
doing that. We was running suicides. We was doing drills, all of that shit. And I would really be focusing on what I was trying to tend to, and he kind of would just be going along with the workout because
Yeah.
Gates was always athletic.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was bothering him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Gate stayed in shape.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
like we just was working out, but I had that mentality as a young man, and I didn't really stick with it as much when I got older. But I think that when there were times, like I said to you the other night, when Bob Black was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You held. Like, I think that's why it shocked people. Because people didn't know I was getting up at 5 in the morning.
One thing, if I'm going to speak on you, like, we saying it the other day, you know, you would come down to that court. Then it was a summer when I was like, I don't think he knows exactly how athletic he is. Because it was, like, coming so natural. And we talking about, this might have been, like, 16, 17 maybe at the time. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, it was like a go from point A to point C with you. Because it was like, this nigga dunking everything. And it was like, then you be down there always practice behind the back dunks. And then I'm like, this shit effortless. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, I'm talking about somebody that jumps out the roof. And this would work and I was explaining to him the other day, work to his advantage is that not only was he jumping out the roof, so if you 16, 17, you're not even jumping with that, but then he's fucking left-handed. If anyone knows that that play ball with it's a minority of left-handed jump shooters so you're so used to blocking shots with your left hand as a guard, but if you're left-handed, if that player's left-handed, that means I gotta block more with my right, but we're so used to this way. But then you elevating and then shooting that shit. I'm like, all right, yeah, okay.
But what happens is left-handed shooters get beat up the most because everybody tries to recover, and when they recover, they either gonna smack you in your face because they're coming across, right? Yeah. And look at what position you going in. You know what I'm saying? Or they gonna fuck your other hand up. You know what I'm saying?
That just sounds like a lot of and ones to me. Going to the line.
No, it becomes an advantage if you ready for it. But you gotta like in Philly, bro, in New York, in certain cities, like basketball is different.
Yeah, and y'all gotta understand that.
You really gotta know that like I'm about to get hit and they're not even gonna call it. Mm-hmm. And I can't call it if we playing outside. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You can't call it. You gotta make the shot. It's like the layup. Yeah. You know, like when you was young, they like, no, you still was supposed to make the layup. Yeah, but I got fouled. No, you was still supposed to make the layup. That's how it becomes when you like a shooter.
And if y'all don't understand what he just dropped, like in certain major cities, one thing about Philly is a major basketball town. You got your towns like you got Chicago, you got New York, you got Philly,
Indiana.
LA get busy. Mm-hmm. And I ain't trying, we might leave a few off, but when you come to street ball, you don't call your fouls. They gotta give it to you. Yep. That's it. And at the end of the day, like if you don't make that you were supposed to make that shot. So that's what prepare us when we go to places like the league, because like that shit is physical all the time.
But that's why I love playing under the whistle. Because you get so used to not being able to get nothing.
Exactly.
That what you like refs used to love me. I used to make them my best friends, bro. And then I would cuss them out. Like, I'm left-handed too. There's another left-handed problem. Referees run the lane that they think is open. So a lot of times when I'm on a break, they're right in front of me. Yeah. They're right in front of me because I'm coming left. Yeah. Get the fuck out my way. They can't even give me a tech for that.
Yeah. Because technically they are, part of...
You about to get hurt and you blocking my offense. Yeah. You playing defense.
I never thought about that.
No, that used to happen randomly and not all the time because there's some great refs that pay attention and all that. But refs get caught in habits. They start watching the game. They start just running the sideline. And they don't realize, like, no, there's this 6'1" nigga that's revving up behind you, bro, and you in the way. Yeah. You just hit a ball. You don't even know, like, it's right behind you. So I used to, like, that used to be my fun time to just, like, the ref who ass I've been kissing all game. Like, get the fuck out the way.
That's crazy that and that's the thing, like, because it's never, I mean, it's probably way more left-hand shooters out there these days, but during our time, like...
But they training kids to do that. There's kids that do everything else with their right butt shoot. Yeah. Like, it's all type of prodigies out here now. Yeah. Like, when you really pay attention...
Which makes sense. You gotta... You do the analytics. Like, why not?
I didn't know that being a left-handed shooter was an advantage until I could shoot.
What?
Until I could shoot. Like, I didn't know the science. Like, nobody never said nothing like that. Like, I think because when I started out, I was tall.
Put your left hand up. I'm playing defense. What I say earlier, my right hand. Mm-hmm. So by you being like, we're normally blocking half the time with our left hand.
No, it made
We're
sense.
not using our right hand a lot of times.
It made sense when I figured it out.
Yeah,
but they
it's a
had me
huge
playing.
advantage.
They had me playing power forward and all that. So I was like, all right, like. But when I started, I'll tell you how it happened. And for the audience, because I don't know if you know the story, but one day I told Bob I wanted to learn how to shoot. Big Bob.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Shout out to Bob
Yeah,
Pendleton.
absolutely.
And I said, yo, I want to learn how to shoot. And Bob said, all right, come tomorrow at such and such time, and I'm gonna work out with you. I'm like, all right, now if you know anything about Big Bob, this is the most unlikely
Fundamentally sound though. Not athletic.
superstar basketball player you will ever see in your life.
Shoot you out the fucking gym though.
With 3 people in his face, because we used to do it. We used to triple team Bob, and he would shoot, and he don't jump.
Yeah.
He bounced.
Not a jump shot.
He's a big boy
Yo.
that bounces on his jump shot, and that thing go.
Yo.
And Bob used to tell me what he used to do when he was a kid. He used to talk about shoveling the motherfucking basketball court to get some shots up. He used to talk about only eating pasta before he played ball and shit like that for energy. Like, he used to talk about all the shit he used to do. And the weight shit that he went through. We know he went to a college where they played him, and he should have been starting on that motherfucking squad. But anyway, I went through there, and Bob taught me how to hold the ball and how to shoot the ball. And then he put me on the foul line, and he said, now do it with one hand. He said, now go under the basket. You know, the joint you start under and you back up, you hit them. You got to hit them on net, though, with one hand.
They were so...
With one hand.
For y'all to know, like, and we've all played different with different coaches, etc. Even myself.
I've had great coaches, all of them different.
Fundamentally sound. I don't think it was anyone that taught fundamentals more than what I probably learned during my time then at Finley with Bob and Marv.
And what's crazy is you didn't even have to play for Marv to learn from Marv.
Yeah.
If you was a point guard, you was going to learn from Marv every time you played with Marv.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Marv never looked to score.
Never did.
Never looked to score.
Never
Marv
did.
used to shoot layups backwards and inside out because he never looked to score.
Low key.
And he used to make them
This
jump.
might be the first time I probably even mentioned this, but low key, you know, I was someone who came uptown late, so I got uptown when I was like about 13, 14. And I was,
That's crazy. I knew you the whole time, basically.
Yeah, you know. We could talk about how that even, you know, it was over hip hop, you know. Yeah. And came uptown, but what I learned when I would see like Marv even down that court, and it's crazy because he pick and chose the times he even wanted to play at Finley. And mind you, he's probably there more than anybody of us.
He worked there.
Yeah. But when he got on that court,
floor general.
Ain't nobody control the fucking game more than him.
General.
He's a floor general.
Old, out of shape.
Like,
I'm talking about fat.
Not athletic, not fast, didn't jump out the roof. He won.
Yo, man.
He ain't lose.
Used to make you look stupid.
He
I used to
lose.
play with him all the time. I was always on their squad.
I'm one of the best. I'm gonna talk my shit.
No,
when it comes to defense out there, like I remember when I used to play defense, and it would be hilarious because they used to be like, "Yo, E, not today, man."
Yeah, like you just go.
I could not. Even his control of the ball, it was like even 1-on-1, I couldn't do nothing with that.
I'm gonna tell you what your biggest nightmare is when you play against Marv. All you hear in your head is put the ham on him. Marv will turn his back to you.
That's it.
And pat
there you
the
go.
ball.
And
pat the ball. And when he look over his shoulder, that thing gone.
You was not stealing the ball from him. You was not stealing the ball from him.
He used to put the ham on niggas, bro.
You wasn't stealing the ball from him.
Marv would come down, he'd play with you. As soon as you get in your groove, Marv put his shoulder on you. Like Floyd. Next thing you know,
Hell yeah.
Oh, all right, we go this way.
Yo.
Right back this way.
Nailing this story. Like,
am I lying?
Dead ass.
Bro, so this
ass.
But this is how that even happened where I say, like, I used to run with them all the time. Because you remember when they started, because they only had certain people they picked up. They always had 3. They would pick up 2. So, after he taught me how to shoot, we probably did that 2 nights. Both nights we went from the gym out back and played pickup afterwards. And I played with them. And he lined up on one side, and whatever side he was on, I went opposite.
Yeah.
And Marv swung that bitch. And whoever wasn't shooting was crashing.
Yeah.
And we both was shooting that bitch every time.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, in 2 days I had a jump shot.
That's why you became a gunner. Like, cause you was a fucking like that ball didn't come back when it got to you.
I ain't learned how to pass till I was damn near done, and I started liking it.
That ball did not come. That shit was like throwing the ball. That it wasn't coming back. It wasn't coming back.
I had too many situations where the coach told me that I deserved to have a green light for one. So to play pickup basketball is like, nigga, please. But two, the way that I played, as much as I didn't really like to pass the ball, if you was a scorer or an aggressive big man, I gave you the ball all the time because you freed me up to score more. Like, I always understood that. I understood that, like, you can't keep trying to go for 30 if you're the only one shooting.
But also, it's for me, as a point guard, I looked at it as it's a good shot. Because one thing...
I wasn't allowed to take bad shots. I went to Roman.
Yeah.
And I played for Bob.
Exactly. So it was like, for me, as a point guard, and again, even before Randy, you was someone before Randy that, that had. So it was like, for me, it was like, ain't nobody gonna block his shot. He's jumping out the fucking roof. Here you go. I got you. Yeah. I'm gonna body this person real quick. Free you up. Boom.
And the first thing that happened to me with that shooting, this is before I learned how to shoot. This was about scoring. But I played with Eric, my cousin Eric Brooks. Yeah. And we played for Derek. And Eric was having an off in the game.
Shout out E. Brooks. What's good, bro?
And Derek told him the realest shit. And somebody actually told me that shortly thereafter. But they was like, shoot, keep shooting. And I'm like, I can do that too.
You had a good guard.
You know what I'm saying?
You had a good guard.
I can do that too. So then I had a coach that told me,
first of all, a guard that's going to tell, and you finish that, a guard that will tell you to keep shooting. The reason that's a good guard is because mentally they're instilling something in your head, so you have the confidence in that, like, of knowing, like, oh, am I taking too many shots? Am I gunning? Like, no, you need to be
keep shooting.
You need to be, your mind need to be like,
you, he wasn't telling me, he was telling his little brother that. Yeah. But I heard it, and I'm like, we competitive, so like, nigga, you get to just keep shooting. Me too. Yeah. Then I had another coach, Chestnut Hill Fathers Club. I never forget. Young white boy, and he said, I was having a bad game, bro. He said, you can miss every shot tonight. You could be 1 for fucking 12. If you hit the game winner, nobody remembers that.
That's facts.
I didn't even believe it, but little by little, that bulb started getting brighter and brighter in my head, bro. And when that's the product that you saw, basically, was me having those experiences and being successful. Like, I had a time where I wasn't a shooter last season. Now I have a game where I'm 4 for 5 for threes. Yeah.
I saw that transition.
You know what I mean? And it was like,
I saw that.
It was like in a year.
Yeah. It was, when I mentioned earlier, you went from a point A to point C, and it was like something had clicked, and I was like, oh, yeah, he cooking.
And that's why I learned how to coach other people, because I was coaching young, but I figured out that dog come from different places.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Weez will tell you, and we was in college. I turned Weez up on the basketball court. I didn't teach him nothing new. I talked to him. Yeah. He a coach's son and a point guard. So he timid. He do everything right. Yeah. Nigga, pull that bitch from the elbow. Yeah. You shoot better than everybody the fuck out here from mid-range. You crazy?
He went to ENS with you, right? Yeah, that's right, yeah.
He was, and it's crazy because when I got to college, he actually told me, he won't mind me saying this, he used to look up to me in ball when he was a freshman, I was a sophomore. Yeah. He used to be watching, because we was balling with the seniors, we was balling with Lynn and them. And
that was a good program.
You know what I mean? John Cox, like, I wasn't even on the team, but every time they was on the court that it wasn't a jersey on, I was on the court. Yeah. You know what I mean? So them young boys coming in, like, they don't even speak to us. Yeah. And Weez was kind of cool when he came.
That's crazy, yeah, because you did ENS and Roman.
Yeah. So I left, when Lynn left, I left ENS and went to Roman with Ed. Yep. I had an ill experience. I had an ill experience.
You did.
And then I went to Morgan and did what we did out there. Yep. Like,
you had from Lynn, John Cox, and then even Lynn, was it Lynn brother? Who was
no, you talking about Will Chavis?
Darian and Will Chavis, yeah.
I almost fought Darian the first month he was at my school, and it was a chick started that. And that's my nigga. I love Darian. But, like, we both was on go.
Good players.
Yeah, I've been around some things. Yeah. I think one of the most underrated players I ever been. Well, shout out to Tamal for Sean. Yeah. You know Tamal was a monster. That was a baby Shaq.
Where is he? What's up with him?
Last I knew he was in Miami, but I'm not sure where he at now. Too. But one person I always mention that people don't talk about, and it's funny because I brought him up to TT the other day. A couple weeks ago, I was on live with TT. Remember TT?
Stokes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, he said
Another
something.
dog, Gratz.
He said something about back in the day, and I'm like, bro, you know I know you, nigga. I used to be with Brent Welton all the time. And he said, Brent.
Yeah.
He said, that's my nigga. He said, yo, Brent was nice. Like, we talking about a boy that went to college, went overseas, came back home and went to the Air Force. Like, fuck it. Like, Brent is like a machine, bro. But the nicest 15-year-old, him and Tamal, the two nicest 15-year-olds I ever met in my life, yo. I mean, like, and I was probably 16.
Yeah.
But when I met them, they were so advanced. Like, Brent could do all the N1 shit.
Yeah.
And then play under a Catholic school strict coach. And play the game to a T.
But you
fundamentally
gotta
sound
explain that, though. Like, y'all don't, like, y'all gotta understand. It's like, you get so...
And he could mix it.
If you hoop how we hoop back in the day, you got you got certain schools where you couldn't get off as much as everyone else. So, like, you got Gratz. At Gratz, you're not going to be, like, a 30-point scorer. You got places like Roman. You're not going to be a 30-point scorer all the time. They got programs in place. Yeah. So when you cook like how they did at these programs,
it's different, man. It's really, really different. Like, I saw Brent go crazy in the JV game and then go crazy in the varsity game, and then not get no time in the next varsity. Like, they put you through it in these programs. Like, they let you know they don't need you.
Yeah.
He went to college and went crazy, and we went back to a game as alumni, and the coaches walked up to Brent and said, "Hey, when'd you learn how to shoot?" And me and Brent looked at each other like, you motherfuckers. Y'all keep joking with me.
It's a whole different thing,
It's a different thing. But no, one of the most impressive youngsters I ever seen in my life, man. And Tamal's thing, Brent also had the quickest pull-up.
Yeah.
Like, be down here
shot,
with the long dribble. And you be like,
Yeah.
But Tamal
was nice.
What impressed me about Tamal was, I said, "Ma." No, we were shooting around. He said, "Yo, come here, come to the baseline." I'm like, "What?" And I think he just wanted to show me, cause this is when it was early in our, knowing each other. He said, "Throw the ball to my waist." I'm standing under the basket, facing him. I throw the ball to his waist. He catches it and windmills it.
Oh shit.
You know how hard that is if you as big as Tamal was, bro? This ain't no Linky shit. No, this like Magilla Gorilla.
Yeah, Tamal is like, yo.
You can look on the internet.
Yeah.
Roman is in the championship against Newman, I believe was the game. And there's a time when the ball come off the rim and Tamal and Ed both dunking at the same time. And my life flashed in front of my eyes. I thought they was going to die. I'm like, there's no way that rim is like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Think about who we played with, bro. And it's crazy because, like, people we hoop with was people we chill with on a regular
basis.
Like, even...
No, like, we was too young to be in the strip club, and it used to be the whole public league in the strip club.
Bro, like, yo.
I used to walk through parties and be the shortest dude, and it'd be, like, I used to walk a straight line because if I bumped you and you had a problem with it, it's somebody 6'5", 6'7", 6'9", 6'8".
Duh.
Like, the line is crazy behind me.
When you just mentioned Ed, like it reminded me of a story. I think it reminded me of a story where we was in a church van. We was about on our way to the game, and I think we were 16 and under at the time, but he was younger than me, so it was like about 2 years younger. I just remember I was in the back of the van as we were on our way to the game. He turned around, "Yo, E, I'm going to the league," and I was like, at that time, I'm like, cool.
Okay. Because I was going to ask you, did you believe him?
No. I remember, so even when he came to our squad, with me being starting point guard, everybody was like, yo, the boy Eddie Griffin, yo, he hooping with us now. And at the time, I wasn't as familiar with his name, but then they was like, yo, he used to play for Logan All-Stars. Mm-hmm. You remember Logan All-Stars?
Yep. That's when he caught his growth spurt.
Bruh. And before I came uptown, I was in Logan. Logan had some fucking hoopers.
Him and BJ was the other one under him.
The BJ,
BJ was like 6'5" and was like 15.
Bro,
yep.
We had a team
about BJ.
We had a team. Yeah, where did BJ? What school did he go?
What
school did he go? I can't remember.
I don't know where he went.
But we had a squad at 16 and under where we featured two people that was 6'5" for 16 and under. BJ, Eddie,
about BJ.
And then actually Jacques was his brother, Jacques Griffin. If most of y'all familiar with, I think he out Houston now, my guy. we used to holler at the same chick one time. But
we got in a fight with Jock one time at Girard College. That was crazy.
I know he was on my team because something y'all
No,
did.
like,
somebody did something
Tyrone
to
pushed
Ed, and then he
and
came
Jock
off the
ran
bench.
off the bench and swung on top.
I keep dropping. I'm gonna keep.
He
that
wasn't
down.
even supposed to be in the game. This
Yeah.
nigga came off the bench.
Yeah.
I was on the. Anyway,
Yeah.
off of that,
Yeah.
real quick. Early on in my college career, you was popping up. Now I'm sipping
When
with,
you was down Morgan.
yeah, I'm sipping with Sammie now. But back then I was sober samurai. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't drinking. I didn't even start smoking until after that.
Facts. Like you were the most. Yo, you wouldn't do shit.
I was like I was still trying to go to the league or something.
Yeah. But was that your freshman year though?
Yeah, it was my freshman year. You came down for homecoming.
Yeah.
And I asked you what I needed to get from the liquor store.
We got the value mill from
Yeah.
the jump, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
I asked
The
you
liquor value mill to explain.
to explain it, yeah. But I said, what should I get from the liquor store? And at the time, you was on Spice Rum.
Yep.
She was on the Captain
Captain Morgan.
Morgan's. It was a couple beers, MGD and some shit like that. And I remember I filled up my whole refrigerator with alcohol that he told me to get because he was coming down for homecoming. The funny thing about him coming down for homecoming is he was riding with my mom.
Yeah. It definitely was. I did come down with your mom. With your mom and
Miss Gwen.
yeah. Hell yeah.
And I'm like, all right, we'll drop you back to joint.
Yeah. Crazy. Damn, I
Bro.
forgot about that.
You know that's my first time getting
Yo.
fried like that?
Word.
That's the first time it's you. I drunk all the shit you said that we was gonna drink.
When did I get my first apartment when you used to come through? That was after that?
I wasn't drinking until after that.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't
But
drinking.
I might have got my apartment after that though.
Yeah, because
Because I was just, yeah, it was after that.
It was after that
Yeah.
because I remember
Yeah.
being on a block
Yeah.
and like having a beer, and niggas being like, "So why you don't just get a 40? It's just a different amount of beer."
Yeah.
And then we became the 40 boys
Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
2 summers.
Had them joints. Yeah.
And we wasn't even. We was drinking a little bit of crazy. We would get like 1 bottle of the crazy shit.
I
Then we
feel
get
like we put a lot of
4
people
bottles.
on though. We put a lot of people on.
Everybody I went to college with hated beer. And then they started telling me like, bro, sometimes I just be needing a beer, bro. You put me on. It's like, yeah, sometimes you just need a beer. You don't always need a shot.
Man, we fucked up the especially when it got to the craft beer era.
Mm-hmm.
Psh, we was at the forefront of that shit.
The funny thing about the craft beer era is it saved me a lot of money. Because when I would go places, they just wanted me to bring the beer.
Yeah.
And like a case or two.
Yeah. That.
Where, you know, me, regularly, I'd be peeling. Like, they'd be like, no, you good. Just bring, you always bring the beer.
Even Brent, I remember Brent will always be on that.
Like, just bring the beer.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm going to get a bottle and I'm going to get the beer. And I bring like 2 cases of the, I get something fancy that I drink and something fancy that I don't drink. You know what I mean? That I know is dope, but it's probably citrusy or something.
Yeah.
And we be good.
Now,
That
you
saved me a
always
lot of money.
hosted well though, because you definitely. I remember we went to that one liquor spot, got that, and just loaded up, and we was good all weekend.
Bro.
That was the same weekend. A lot of shit happened that weekend.
A lot happened that weekend.
Yeah.
A lot happened that weekend.
Yeah.
yo.
So I just remember when you would come home, hearing certain stories, and then
You was
like,
in the middle of it.
yeah, and I'm like, okay, it's
This
going
how
down.
it go. Yeah.
Yeah, we keep a lot of shit off the air, but
No, it was lit.
Yeah,
it was lit,
it's
bro.
crazy.
It was lit. Like I
Yeah.
can't. I might have done 1 or 2 things different. And when I say 1 or 2 things, like I had a group project with a girl in the class when I was going through a lot of shit, and she did the whole project, and then we did the presentation. And I think I was supposed to be saying billion, and I was saying like 100 million. I was saying like a weird number that wasn't like, it was so obvious that I didn't write that shit, bro. And I got a feeling great on the project. She, you know, he took care of her, but I kind of regret that because she ain't deserve that, and it fucked up that class for me. But I don't want to do that to nobody. You know what I mean? But I was in a bad place. Like, I passed biology because I had to be honest with my biology professor.
year 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I told my biology professor what was all going on. She went to Cheney. She graduated from Cheney or Lincoln, one of them. But she was from the area. She told me, don't go back to Philly.
Oh yeah.
That's how crazy it was back then.
Yeah.
She told me don't go back to Philly.
Yeah. It was a lot going on in that time too.
Yeah.
Though.
So she passed me with like a 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
if
like,
you know,
wow.
no, it was just yeah.
Yeah, part of me and Randy relationship coming so close, we was going to the same funerals.
Yeah.
We was going to the same
A
funerals.
lot of shit.
And I'm talking about like people that was dear to both of us.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, at that point,
Probably how y'all connected. Like always.
it's
like,
part of it. It was Now at first because I
Now.
played
Oh, yeah,
AAU
Now.
with Now.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
played with me with the Salvation Army All Stars
Yeah.
and all that with Ted and Christian and all.
Yeah.
And now when I got to campus, Now was yo, come here, Jay. Walk me over the nigga. Yo, this my man. This such and such. Yo, he riding to the party with y'all tonight. He gonna be in the car with y'all.
And just if y'all don't understand that dynamic, because again, Now Wessel Lane, Rude, Mount Airy, it was always, and it was competitive shit.
But it was
a lot of
tension.
contention. But it was like when we out of town, we
Bro,
won.
he was treating me like I was his little brother on camp. Like, I could never take that away from Now, bro. How I got cool with June and all of them, like
Yeah.
Big June and all them, rest in peace.
Lefty.
Yeah, it was Now. Because he was literally putting me on him. And what would happen was, because he did it multiple times, but I would always say, no, I'm going to just catch the shuttle bus with my folks.
Yeah.
Because it was so many of us, and it's like, once I start separating myself, y'all not with me all day.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that get weird. Like, why
Yeah.
I'm putting myself above crew? No
Yeah.
one man above the crew type of thing.
Yeah.
So I used to have rides to every party. But what made me closer to the older guys was squad went to parties on Fridays, Saturdays, shit like that. The seniors and alumni, they partied on Tuesdays, Thursday, Wednesday, Monday. They party all them days.
Yeah.
So I would go to the party with them on them days.
Yeah.
I ride the car with them. They passed me a bottle of Everfresh. What was the juice?
Everclear?
No, the Everfresh.
Yeah, Everfresh, yeah.
And you realize it's
Yeah.
fucking 20% Everfresh,
Yeah.
80% gin.
Yeah.
Dick that junk.
Yeah.
Throw it out the window. Next thing you know, I'm in there with the old heads all night like this, and they just buy me apple martinis. This is back in them days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like I kind of built my relationship. I built my loyalty to my squad, and still was able to build my relationship with them. But what do you hear? I was partying every night.
Yeah.
I was partying every night.
I got fond memories down there, man. Things I just remember. Refrat. I remember the bridge, Stoko's. Every time I would come down, come see you, I'm like, yo, you know we gotta go to Stoko's, right?
The funny thing about Stoko's, I was broke, but it used to be like I need a chicken box
Shit,
and a pizza.
popping.
And a pizza. So I
Poppin'.
kind of like, bro, 5 wings and fries with the old
Yo,
bowl
that
and the ground beef,
Yeah,
personal pan.
it was like, think about. I'm from a town, a foodie. Philly's a foodie town, no
At
matter how you
3:30 in the
call it.
morning.
It's not a time and he'll tell you. You know we gotta go to Stoko's at one point during this trip.
No, every time we
Every time.
every time we hit Delaware, this nigga be like, "Yo, we gotta go to Stoko's. All we down."
Every time,
That's a thing,
yo.
and it's funny because you
It's
get
still
older.
around?
Yeah, when you get older, some of that stuff changes or your taste buds change.
That's not gonna
When
change for me.
because they don't open during the daytime.
Word.
They open in the evening and stay open till damn near the sun come up.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so like you can't get Stoko's before 5.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So like, and they make most of their money after like 10 p.m.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that's pull up traffic back
Yeah.
then. I don't know how it is now with the apps, but back then it used to just be like you couldn't find nowhere to park or
Yeah.
double park sometimes. It used to be crazy. It used to be a
Yeah.
party out there. The whole club used to be there sometimes. It used to be the let out. But no, we had great times,
Yeah, we did.
great times. But Stoko's is your shit. You love Stoko's.
Every time. I don't even care.
You love Stoko's. It's funny, we just sit here shooting the shit. Probably should have ended this stream a long time ago, but I'm having a blast kicking it with my homies. So if y'all still here, we appreciate y'all. It's all love. I don't get to do this with him no more.
Well,
I don't. And now he in there with the fly
Sad.
frames looking like the boy from Paid in Full.
90%.
You know what I'm saying?
90% back. 90%.
90% back.
90% back. So, yeah, we want to try to get this wrapped up soon. So, but it feel good being back. But again, if I told you the other day, and I said a little bit on the stream, like, you don't recognize things till you go away. And then the biggest thing that you miss is like that, yo, when you can pull up and neither one of y'all got nothing to do, and it's a great time. That's home. Like, home is where the heart is, and that's what it is. So
No, that's what it is. And it's funny because even now, I ain't had nothing to say to him. We've been talking all this time. I got producers telling me, y'all been talking about basketball for an hour. Well, guess what? We played a lot of ball together.
we did.
And we ain't going to talk about all the club nights because a lot of that is not none of y'all business and is not good for our platforms and brands right now.
We gave y'all a taste of that about sleeping through Thanksgiving, but that shit was, man.
But yeah, our life was a little bit different, and I got the scratches on my hands to prove it. Real quick, you seen about Mr. Tenderism? Mr. Tenderism?
Not familiar.
All right, so it's this OG, right, that went viral because
I haven't been on social media.
He called himself Mr. Tenderism, but when he make a rib or brisket or whatever it is, he pulled a bone and the whole meat just fall right off the bone. Bone come out white. You know how that goes.
Is he local?
Nah, he was out of, I forget exactly where he was out of, but what happened was there was a place that had a certain business. It wasn't food. He started selling gumbo out of there, then they converted it into a smokehouse. He was going viral. They was making a bunch of money. The white guy that owned the business tried to trademark the name Mr. Tenderism. All that. They wound up separating because Keith Lee, the food critic, said he went through there and he tried to tip Mr. Tenderism $4,000 and they wouldn't let him give it to him. So a lot happened after that. So now Mr. Tenderism is saying that he got the rights to his name and he's running around and he's starting a restaurant chain in Atlanta with somebody famous. I forget who. Somebody dope that he's doing. He's making his moves. He was on Sherry and all of that. Like, he's doing his thing. He's just an older black man that's funny as hell and that loves to cook and obviously drink. He was on Shay Shay one night. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that. Right. And it's just somebody that it's like we say about being down south or being in certain cities. It's like some of these black men are just good with just being good at what they do, and they taking a lesser role and they taking a lesser pay, and then the world sees it and you realize that you're a fucking icon. He made dinner for Ryan Osley since then. Ryan Osley take a bite, start dancing in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you on another level.
So he's been around for a minute. He's been around
for a few months. It's been going on for probably about 6 months of him being like super viral and the transitioning part.
Okay.
But we talking about like just as black men, similar to your journey, you going to get more education. You going to be able to put yourself in a bigger and better position. Like, and we talk about how we grew up. We talk about who we know. We talk about what our capabilities and our powers are. Like, we still don't know.
Yeah.
We still don't know, bro. Yeah. You got to exhaust every fucking thing. You do. Because this is a man that's old. He been smoking meat his whole fucking life. And good thing he went in now. Yeah. But you just got to exhaust all that shit, man.
I think that you just can't get comfortable. And if, honestly, like, perfect example, even for myself, if I don't take that leap, take that jump, try to learn a little bit more, and I could have wasted that time away where, like, for example, one of my homies out there whose cousin is CJ McCullough, I could have partied that scene the hell up and just felt, I took that time to really kind of do my work.
Or try to ingratiate yourself into their world instead of focusing on what you already
what I needed to do. Right. So instead of using that as some like type of leverage,
because that's not a bad thing, but it's not you ain't out there for that.
But it's like at the end of the day, you just gotta do, and it's no different in the stories when going back to basketball where you gotta go do something that no one else is doing. You gotta go out there with John Salmon at 12 o'clock midnight to do those things. So whatever you're doing, it's like you gotta just go out there and do it. And here's the thing, I took away knowledge. That's the biggest thing. You know, I made my finances out there, but what I bring back is
can't nobody take from you.
Yo, I got that. Like I got the recipes for success.
And then what's funny is, like, people, they say we tell those stories, and we're not living in those stories, because what happens is we wind up being able to tell them because somebody gained a milestone from accomplishments in that story. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We was talking about Dukes with the jersey. Mm-hmm. I went to the Danny Rumpf tournament. I'm seeing them grow by leaps and bounds. I'm seeing Mike Morak become a staple in the basketball and NBA community. Yeah. And I'm at the game, and the supervisor from where I was working with at the time, or the job that I had just left, actually, he's sitting behind me when the homies, from around the way is down there like, Jay, come here, holla at me, man, you was nice, you never, and he don't know, like these things matter because it's not about what I did, they were calling me down and telling me how much I impacted and helped them.
Yeah.
They like, remember you was coaching me in the gym. Remember that you did this, bop, 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 bop. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to dudes that was dogs.
You're there before when at Mallory before all of
Before
that
all
even.
of that even became a thing.
You
that
saw that
tournament
progression.
is leaps and bounds
Exactly.
from what we thought it was going to be.
Wait, like,
and a lot of work went into that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people we respect are a part of that. And I think it's amazing. So it's like all of these things are just legacy things. And it's like I don't need my name in the cement on the wall. But when I show up at the cookout, when I pull up to the game, you gonna think that, yeah, he was here before.
Yeah.
Because I'm hugging everybody. I'm showing love. We laughing. We smiling. I'm seeing Sharif and them. It's about 3 Sharifs at the joint.
So many.
They gave me media passes this year, and I got them from somebody I used to work at a school with.
Yeah. Well, give you your flowers, and even before we close it out, give you your flowers because someone that's in the scene that's consistent. We talked a little bit the other day, like you want somebody there that's going to support without wanting, anything in return. That's just there that's going to be selfless and someone that's always on time, that's in the scene. Like that's a thing to say. Like that's important. Again, I'm gonna bring the HR corporate stuff now. It's like you appreciate things like that.
Yeah.
To someone that's gonna always be there and on time, that don't forget, that will show up and show love and support. So they got to be able to do that in return. And if I would have any closing message is that me, a lot of my start of hosting, it began with him. Mm-hmm. And even some of my most epic moments started with me brainstorming with him. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm probably known for having a bonfire in Philly that was the most epic scene that anyone in our age group could even think about.
We ain't been able to recreate it.
No, it wasn't not being able to. Is that I didn't want to unless it could be duplicated
at that level.
At that level.
At that level.
And it was a time just sitting. I remember we just chilling. I'm like, yo, we just finished the cookout together towards the end of the summer or something. And I'm like, yo, I want to be able to do like a cookout in the wintertime.
And I said,
he randomly said bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
Was these what is it? And then all of a sudden, when he said that, I'm like, I posted something online. Z's hit me up. He's like, yo,
we wound up with a mansion for free.
I got a spot.
We got a mansion for free.
So like when y'all think about if y'all were there, those who were there who saw that, yo, that concept of it came from him.
One of the most epic nights.
Did I push it through? Had. Yeah, I made that shit happen. But I wouldn't even thought I didn't know about that shit.
And honestly, the bonfire gave me hope and faith in my people that I didn't know that I had, because I was watching women pull up with back seats and trunks full of food, bottles, furniture. I mean, like every girl that showed up early, like the home girls,
for the cause.
Their cars were weighed down
for the cause.
Like they was putting weight on their shocks. It was like taking multiple trips. It wasn't just I bought salad.
Yeah, it
was real, and I was like, yo, they bought into it, and it was. I had the best turkey wings. I had the best jerk chicken.
The best foods you had, like
I had the best jerk chicken I had in like 3 years. I had that night.
That was the ultimate scene of when all things align and people come together.
And the music was at a cool 30.
Exactly. It was
cool
about
28.
About the experience. You got people.
They was making s'mores.
Black people making s'mores. Musical chairs. It was a scene that's like.
Y'all ain't never did that before. Y'all ain't never did that.
Listen. And guess what? In the closing
and
message,
we had 4 fire pits.
I plan to bring something back.
I think that's something we need to work towards. I think we got different resources now. We probably could do that again.
Oh, we can.
I think we could do that again, and I think that it'll look different.
It will,
because it'll be crazy.
You learn and through all things. So
yeah, and the community has grown.
Yeah.
So it'll be like. Might have Suzanne Christine singing to y'all about a bonfire. Like, you never know. You know what I mean?
What's up? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know.
You put me down with her catalog. Yeah,
that's Sue. But we out of here. K, you awake? K. She asleep. All right, let me see if I can shut this down.
All right.
No,
keep that going. But
Good work.
your boy 90% Matt. But we gonna keep this going.
We done.
Yeah.
No, you did good, man. Just kicking and shit with my boy.
Yes, sir.
Just kicking it with my boy. Live sports, music, and the Flash is back.
Flash is back.
This is
Mom
Sippin'
was
with
texting me,
Sammy.
so
I
I was here.
am Mr. Flash, and only the one and only Sippin' with Sammy.
I
Sam
gotta go
alone,
see my
bar
mom
stool
tomorrow. I
rules.
still
If you
ain't
ain't
get with her
sippin' with
for her
Sammy, you ain't
You
sippin'
do?
right.
What's-
Please
when
get
you
your
going over
fucking
there?
life together.
I ain't figured it out yet. It's gonna be early because we going to the Sixers game tomorrow.
All right, bet. Can you drop me off uptown?
Yeah.
All right, because I want to see your mom. Because your mom still ain't called me back. I called her again.
You done?
Are we all fast?
Huh?
You want me to stop it now?
Yeah. My mom ain't call you back?